Hey everybody, welcome to the Unity Gaming Podcast. It is episode 92 and it is Thursday, November 21st. I'm Somppi.
I'm Riccio.
I'm Dan.
Xbox One soon.
You're the only one who's getting an Xbox
I'm
One.
getting an Xbox One. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited.
I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely looked at my finances this week and was like, I can afford one. I can afford games.
But then you won't.
Nope.
You're probably gonna wait till Titanfall. Or
I think
Halo.
I'm thinking about getting it
Titanfall.
on January.
Titanfall.
Yeah, I'm going to get Titanfall or I'm going to wait until the Halo 5 special edition console comes out.
Titanfall.
I hope they do a special edition Titanfall console because that would be sick.
There is a $250 Titanfall, not bundle, but a collector's edition, and it comes with a massive statue of a
Yeah,
Titan
I saw that.
on a
That,
rock.
like, that thing looks sick. It's like, what, 18 inches tall or something like that? Made out of like a polyurethane?
I think they said it was supposed to be 18, but there's like blades and like vents that can open or something that go taller than what it was supposed to be.
Really? I feel like that
something.
would look really awesome in my office. Just like on my desk.
Probably just fist bump it every time you get a kill in Titanfall. You're like, oh, that was sick.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
It has to
That'd be
have its
badass.
fist up then, though.
Fist up what? Sorry, what?
What?
I got zoned out by Dan's iPad. I was like, oh.
What are you doing? What
You
are you
always
doing, Dan?
forget that the stand
I always
is
forget that it
magic.
stands up, yeah. It's confusing.
Yeah. Fist bump.
So, what have you guys all been playing this week?
Why
Kumar
is
just sent
Kumar
me this.
texting us now?
Oh, Kumar got an achievement in
They got
a trophy?
plat.
That's not a platinum.
Yeah,
is
it
it?
is.
No.
He got a plat already.
No, because the platinum is like I came, I saw, I blew stuff up.
I'm pretty sure that's
That's
platinum.
that's a platinum trophy, bro.
I feel like that's the boost one.
Okay, I have to look it up on my PS4.
Let's explain. So, well, here, open up
Okay,
it on this one.
I'll
Open up it on
explain.
this
I'll
one.
explain.
Okay.
So we have a friend, Kumar, who normally is on the podcast with us, who is the platinum master. Every game he plays, he platinums, pretty much. There's only like,
You might want to tell Kumar that he has to sync his trophies.
yeah.
Oh, and actually checked it. He should probably be able to.
So he normally platinums everything, and currently right now there's a competition going on between Dan and Kumar to see who platinumed Resogun first for the PS4.
Yeah, see? I knew it wasn't the platinum.
What's the one called in the picture?
I don't know.
Yeah, I came and saw him blew stuff up.
Oh, he got complete a level on Master.
Complete level on Master.
We were talking about that last
Oh,
night.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, so say that's not the platinum.
Real race, because that to beat Master, you have to beat Veteran on single player. To unlock
You might want to come here
Okay,
and
you
say
might
it,
want to come
'cause
here
no
and
one can
say
hear
that
you.
because no. So
Dan's talking
what
himself.
Dan just said was, if you want to get Master and Resogun,
Don't
you
know.
have to complete a level on what? What, Dan? Say,
We're turning the sound off because it's just going to keep going PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Okay. PlayStation's real good, you guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually do the
do we
Xbox
want
theme
to? Do we
song.
want to start laying down into this?
Yeah, well, anyways, yeah, the Dan and Kumar are having a race to get a platinum in Resogun first, and which means that Kumar actually went out and bought a PlayStation 4 even though he was going to wait on it.
Yeah. I'm really happy about
So
that.
that's pretty great.
It's pretty good.
Now, did he buy a PlayStation 4?
Or did
He
you
apparently
buy
bought 8 of them. We need to one day see.
I saw
confirm
3 in that picture.
Yeah.
So I don't doubt that there are 8.
I
But
don't
I'm
doubt
not
that there are
going-
3.
I'm not going to. There might be 8. There might not be 8. I could be feeling like he's pulling like the wool over our eyes.
Yeah. Anyway, so we all got PlayStation 4s. All 4 of us technically, even though Kumar's not here.
I got mine at fuck it. Dan rolls into it like I gave Dan the cash so he could get it that day.
I got the very first PS4 out of all of them.
Yes.
Oh.
So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna roll over to my EB Games at like 12:30. The lineup should be pretty dead by then. Everything will be great. I texted Dan at what time? Like 3 in the morning. I texted you at 3 in the morning, being like, "Yo, I just rolled in, got my PS4." There was the lineup was like 300 people long.
Oh wow! I
And
thought
so-
you went home and went to sleep.
I legit went home, went to sleep, woke up for 12:30, went to the EB Games that I live like 5 minutes away from.
Okay.
The lineup was huge. Came back, went back at like 1:30,
Oh god.
and there was still like a lineup around the store. There's still like an easily 100 people there.
oh god.
Went back home, did some more like work,
Mhm.
came back at 3 in the morning. They were just about to close up shop, and my PS4 was on a shelf with a sticky note that said, "For Mr. Somppi." And I walked in, and they went, "You're Mr. Somppi?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right." Showed them my receipt. They handed it to me, and I just walked out.
It's like some other name. You're Mr. like Petunia, and you're like, fuck yeah, you're the guy who paid this thing off fully last week. Totally,
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Oh,
It was great.
Petunia comes back. He's gonna be fucking real pissed.
So I ended up not able to play any PS4 games till the next day. So like I just went into the PSN network or the PS store and downloaded everything that was free and had it all queued up. And when I woke up, it was like everything was perfectly installed and ready to go.
My PlayStation Network was not working at about 1:30 after I got home with it.
It cleaned up at about
Well, from like 12, I got home at like 12:40 ish.
yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened there. I was trying to dodge and I elbowed you in the hand finger. It was a weird feel. I felt cool hands. I was confused. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So I got home about 12:40.
Yeah.
And I tried to connect it to the PlayStation Network
Okay.
for like an hour, and it wouldn't work. And I went all digital, so I just went to bed. And then it worked in the morning. So that's my launch story.
Yeah. It was. I don't know.
Well, there's another part, but it's mean to talk about it. Remember the person in line, Fouuurrrr?
What was it?
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear the story.
I don't even fully remember, but
I guess I'll tell it then. There was a girl in line behind me,
yeah.
and she was with her like gamer friends or whatever.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember this. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's just like demo reels and stuff playing in the EB.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're standing inside the EB, and Castle Storm trailer starts playing,
Okay.
and they're just all staring at it. And I'm just standing straight forward in line, and she goes, "Oh, this game looks cool. It looks like Terraria but 3D." I was like,
Couldn't be more wrong.
"What?" I was just super confused.
I don't even remember what Castle Storm is. Isn't that the Xbox Live Arcade one that was like you build castles and then
It's
you
like
kind
the
of have like
Angry
little
Birds
dudes
like
okay.
Yeah.
hybrid.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't realize the clientele that we were going to be buying a PS4 until I went and stood in line for about 15 minutes. And there was the stereotypical guy who was decked out in full gear and like had a sleeping bag rolled onto his backpack. I shit you not. And he was all bundled up like he was going out into the like Alaskan winter.
So the drug dealer.
So the drug dealer. But there were so many guys who clearly just bought the PS4 and Call of Duty. And that was it. I waited in line for about 20, 30 minutes before I left the second time. And everybody they processed from, they processed a couple of orders that were like little kids that were like probably like maybe 14.
Okay.
Bought a PS4 and Call of Duty. And then there were a whole bunch of like 35, 40-year-old dudes who got processed, bought PS4, Call of Duty. That was it.
Jesus.
Yeah, so there was probably about 15 people served, and about 13 of them bought just a PS4 and Call of Duty.
I bought just a PS4. They were asking me like, "Hey, you want any launch games?" I'm like, "No, I pre-ordered them already." And they're like,
Do you need to pick
With
them
us
up?
or
They look at the computer like, what? Where?
"Well, no, because they had the guy like walk in the line early
Oh,
to like give you
okay.
the ticket with like what you're getting,
Okay.
so you can just hand the ticket and they'll get it ready for you."
Okay,
And I said, "I'm going all digital," and he was just
super
he was
confused.
dumbfounded
Okay,
because everyone else bought games
Yeah.
in that line and
so
stuff, and I was just like, "Console."
did your EB Games have like two separate lines for like pre-order and people purchasing?
No, the line wasn't that long.
Okay,
I was about 10th.
all right.
And also I arrived at like 11:45 and was 10th.
So
Um,
I should have legitimately driven to your EB Games and canceled my pre-order at the other one.
yeah, because they had extras.
The thing that fucking really bothered me was this EB Games. Every person who went in line, I got like heard the same spiel, and it was just like they're reading it off of a clipboard or something. It was like, "Hi, thank you for coming to the PS4 launch. Would you like to purchase an extended warranty for $89.99 for 2 years, or would you like to purchase a 3-year warranty for $149.99? Do you need any launch titles with this game? Do you need a second controller? Would you like a PlayStation Eye? Hi." And it's like,
So then they walk up to you, just kind of hold your finger out. Just like, just keep walking. Just keep walking. They're like,
That's
and
the
everybody
thing about EB
tear up
is
your
that like midnight launches are terrible there.
But
Yeah.
they're-
Because they are trying to upsell
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
on like all the garbage.
like
You've already had a dude walk in the line talking to us about this for like the last 20 minutes. Like,
Yep.
we know what we want when we get in here.
yeah.
so.
Just stop talking and give me my PS4.
But it was so nice when I was like, they were just about to close up shop because I had gone in every third or fourth day that week to try and get like games upgraded to PS4 copies and everything like that. So the manager of the store knew my name, and like I rolled in and he's just like, I see you're back, like here's your PS4. Like it was super casual, no upselling, no nothing, because he already knew I had all the games and everything was good.
Yeah, you'd been in there.
I had been in there. But then one of the other he like handed it to me, and then another associate came to ring it through, and she read off the list of like, would you like any games? Would you like to have
Just
a
give it the
warranty?
finger.
Like,
It's like, 7 years, bitch. Your
So-
total comes up to $7,000, and
yeah, it was.
do you want a
I know.
platinum card?
It was real dumb. Oh, that was the other thing as well. They had sold these platinum cards to people for like priority lines. There's no fucking priority line. One dude came up to the cash, red in the face, and started screaming about priority lines, and just like threw the card at him and walked out with his PS4. It was like people were fucking angry at this EV Games.
Well, I was hearing it was even worse apparently because in some of the I heard it more about in the United States, but there were some people where there's like, oh, who's got pre-orders? Okay, get in this line. Who's got the platinum? Okay, get in front of the pre-orders, and it was just like, it was just fucked. Like I think even if you didn't have a pre-order but you still had a platinum membership card, you could just get in front and just be like straight out buy it. Like just so
That's
people who've
fine.
been lined
Whatever.
up, but people have been lined up there for like hours and shit, or just be like, yeah, just go in front of them.
That's
Just like,
fucked.
Fine, they paid more.
You wanna know what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do? I'm gonna
but it's like,
I'm gonna
oh.
fucking buy my like next console I
Check-
get. I'm
and-
gonna get it off Amazon because they were like, yeah, everything you're gonna get it on the 15th. Like, no worries about it. If you don't, like, we'll take care of it. We'll make sure you get it like really soon, and you can call this line. And if you don't get it, we'll see where it is, and we'll try and rush it along and put like priority on it, just so you have your console. Like,
Here's
Fucking
another
online
quick thing
retailers.
about those priority lines and like having the platinum card. Like what's
You get stabbed.
yeah,
no.
Okay,
Like,
go.
okay, in the fairness of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 3 lines. You have non-pre-orders, pre-orders, and priority.
fuck you,
Right?
line.
So, what are the other people going to complain that they don't have a platinum card or didn't know they'd get in line? They
Yeah.
can't because, especially the pre-order people, because when they went in to pre-order the PS4, bet you they got the spiel about the platinum card
Yeah,
and said "fuck off."
yeah.
But here's the thing:
So-
is I got calls about the platinum card. I got a call from the EB Games, and like they called me enough times for my pre-orders that I have it logged in my contacts as EB Games in my phone.
So you know what the hell's up.
So when they call me,
For people wondering, EB Games is owned by GameStop, but in Canada. And
Yeah.
we also have GameStops, but they're basically the same store.
yeah. So what they called me once, or actually they called me twice, and it was, "Hi, I see that you don't have a platinum card. Would you be interested in coming in and getting one of those so you get priority line in for your PS4 launch?" And I'm not gonna lie to you, I totally was about to drop $15 to get priority just because I didn't want to wait through that 3 hours.
They gave me one of those cards for free at midnight.
Wow, you're just fucking great.
They're like handing them out. You're like, who has a platinum card? They're like, no, sir, we just gave it to you. Get to the front of the line.
Should have handed these out, idiot. Yeah. But when I look at people with the platinum cards, all I think is you piece of shit.
You're like in line, like, who's got a platinum card? It's like, what does it look like? Some guy pulls it out. He's like, I got one, sir. I got one, sir. Just
Punch the guy out.
Was
bad
there anybody
news.
like trampled this year?
No.
Nothing crazy like that?
I went.
Rich is going to get stabbed coming home with his Xbox One tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. I think when I'm
I like
if,
how
if
you
you're
just-
awake, I'm gonna
you-
Skype you, okay? Just so it looks like I'm talking to someone like, oh yeah, totally, I'm coming home. Totally gonna be okay. Dan, fuck all the cops. Start sprinting down my road.
Because we realized, think about how big the PS4 box is.
Oh, yeah.
Think about how big the Xbox One box is.
It's like a perfect cube.
Do you
of
want a
just, like,
hand dolly?
death, so
You want a hand dolly? Just
I don't. What the hell's a hand dolly? That doesn't.
you don't know what?
Oh,
a
it,
hand-
Have
okay.
you
Sorry.
ever worked a day in your life?
Yeah, I thought it
Fucking-
was.
my
I thought
God.
it was giving me one of those, hand dollies. I don't know what the fuck. No, yeah, the
picking
little.
up hookers on
No,
your way to get an Xbox
Bringing it back
One?
is not. It's gonna be heavy. It's just gonna be really.
Actually, you know what? That would be a smart business proposition for a hooker.
Why would
just
you-
walk down the Xbox One line. HJ, $5.
no wait.
I'll take
why
one
would
here.
you pick up a
Like,
hooker? Why would you pick up a hooker with a dolly?
pick up a hooker to give you a hand dolly,
Okay, so now we're talking about the. All right, well, I tried to. Okay,
or you could pay a hooker to carry your Xbox One back there for you.
I'm gonna not call a taxi. So in the taxi, would just be like, yeah, get in. Just put that in the trunk. Oh, fuck. That was him pulling out. That wasn't him becoming a rooster. Just want to make sure that was...
No, I understand.
Oh shit! My
Good.
cabbie turned into a rooster.
I
How am I gonna
inferred
get?
from the context.
Perfect.
How am I gonna get home now? Oh,
So I ended up having to go at 8 a.m. to pick up my console, and nothing really special happened. It seemed okay, like you think
this
that
sounded pretty anticlimactic.
no, but the funny thing is, like, I didn't talk to you guys about this, but it seems like most of the people who would go to like these launches know exactly what they're going for, like Dan said.
Yeah.
But there was like this one dad figure guy in front of me who
This was with his stepson.
no,
or
he was
his
just
son?
there. He was just there, like he was clearly picking it up for his family. But when the like,
I guess he didn't know like what.
yeah, like the Future Shop guy came and gave him the flyer, and he looks like, oh, these are the games coming out for it. I was like, oh shit, okay. And he's going through. He's like, he's just staring at it, like he's ordering from a menu. Like,
The shit. What
I'm
the
gonna try Rivals.
I'm gonna get a sampler of BF4.
And then he just kind of like asks around. He's like, "Is Call of Duty? Is that a? Should I go with Battlefield?" It was like, shit. Man. Anyway, so he ended up buying
Everybody gets video games
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
It's just like, wow, okay. So that dude bought like 3 or 4 of them anyway. But dude, I was surprised because I was like 20th in line. I had a pre-order, so it didn't really matter what the hell in line I was. But they gave me a card anyway. So I was like, okay. Actually, no, they never gave me a card. They were supposed to. The guy came back. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna bring you your card.
just fucking disappeared.
So I get in. I'm like, I have my pre-order. They're like, okay, fine. Anyways, the weird thing is they were doing the whole Devin that was talking about where they come up. They're like, hey, do you want to do like the?
Would you like a warranty
Yeah.
for $89.99?
But
It
when I
lasts for 2 years. Would you
when-
like a 3-year warranty for
when I showed up, the guy comes up-
$149.99? Would you like some of these launch titles with your
Oh, God.
PS4?
But no, the guy
Would you
came
like
up
a
to me.
camera eye? Would you like a PS4 controller?
Okay, anyways, I'll get to that in a second for the camera thing. But okay, so the guy comes up to me and he's like, do you have a pre-order? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get you a card. And then he's pissed off. So I never got this. Like the dude came out, he's like, yeah, don't worry, you've been served. It's good. Don't worry about it. I'm like, fucking sweet. Didn't get to talk to me. But well, he still asked me for my games, so at least that was nice. But which was only Need for Speed Rivals because I already had the other ones ordered.
You must have seemed like a crazy person.
Yeah.
just
No, they were
want
cool.
Need
At
for
least
Yo,
I-
I need to get this PS4 to play Need for Speed early.
I got it on PS3, but it was so good.
No,
Get a
Devin,
PS4.
it's not out on PS3 yet.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Why
next-
can I
it's
purchase
next
it for
week.
fucking
It's a pre-order.
Jesus Christ?
Yeah, it's out next Friday, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
so dumb.
Oh, no, it's this coming Tuesday. Oh, it would have been this Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. So
I think.
PS4 was the place to get Need for Speed
Yeah.
Rivals early.
Oh, okay.
So he must have seemed like a
was the
crazy
19th.
Need for Speed junkie.
Yeah, it was the 19th. Yeah.
That's the only game I need.
Yeah.
So anyway,
My beard craves it.
so I was in line and I was like 23rd in line, and
Need for Speed.
the air in my beard. It's like driving really fast.
When you play, you just have a fan in front of you, and it's
Oh.
just like your beard waves.
And like a water bottle trickling water onto my face because it's always raining in that game. But
It's
anyway,
salt water though, so it's like you're near the ocean.
well, it's not always.
The Need for
You gotta
Speed.
play Money for Speed. No, but anyway, so I was in line and I was like 20 something in line, and it seems like everybody wanted to get a camera. Like there was at least a good 15 of us that had already passed. Like, do you have a camera in stock? Yeah, okay, we'll get cameras.
That's surprising.
And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like,
Because no one at
yeah.
my AB got a camera.
and so they only had that store only got 5 cameras in stock, but like 50 extra PlayStation 4s on top of all the pre-orders.
Yeah.
Like a fuck ton of games and controllers, all that stuff, but 5 cameras. So I ended up getting a camera there. Dan had to pick one up for me. But
Yeah, because they had like, do you have any cameras left? It's like, yeah, we got a fuck ton in the back.
they should have prepared better at Food Shop because then they could have made
A lot of money.
$50 more on random people. Was it 50? 40?
60.
60?
60.
Okay. But anyway, so when I was in line, that dad guy thought I was a creep for some reason because I was kind of sitting there. I was kind of sitting there, and he kept like turning around like, what the fuck? Like with a really pissed kind of look on his face. And he turns around once, and then he starts laughing. He's like, oh my God, I thought you were a creeper person. And he looks up because there's been like rain dripping on like just from like the roof of the building
Just
onto
under
his
an
shoulder.
overhang kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just dripping on his shoulder, and he's like, I thought you have been tapping me on the shoulder for like the past 3 minutes or something. I was like, oh God, no. he seemed so happy about it when he realized that wasn't trying to
Like you weren't trying to like
he was
get
going to be
into his-
stuck in line with you for.
It's like, yeah, sir.
So,
Sir. Just yeah, but yeah, I was really good. Oh, bit lower, you guys. Just,
Okay.
just like
but yeah, no. So he thought it was creeping him, but sadly,
that's actually hilarious.
not sadly. Thank God it wasn't.
Sadly, you weren't.
Sadly, yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't.
I was creeping him, but he thought it was the rain.
It's just interesting how we have very minimal launch stories now.
Yeah,
And they're mostly with interactions with
People who are
the
non-gamers.
person that's directly beside us in line.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah.
You know?
There was one dude in line who turned around trying to be that social guy who was just like,
Hey.
"What games are you excited to put in first?" And then everybody was sort of like, so I was like, Killzone. Even though I told the dude like I didn't even want that. Even though I only asked for.
I only want the Need for Speed.
So I'm like,
Screaming that.
so no, but I'm like Killzone, and he just kind of nods. I'm like, it looks real good. And he's like, and then he just turns around. I'm like, well, that was interaction.
That filled my, human interaction for the fucking day. I could play my PS4 and beat.
Because you always hear stories, people like who exchange like gamer tags or PSN IDs and all that stuff. And I was like, oh man, this is the moment. This is when people are gonna start talking.
No, apparently the
No.
moment for that was that crazy Future Shop.
Yes, that was the moment.
Yeah.
Because Amanda and Jess were talking about it on Facebook.
It was
They
fucking
all, like,
great.
yeah.
It was awesome. The best part too was you could clearly see the gamer like boyfriend or girlfriend and the non-gamer person standing beside them, who was their significant other, who was getting that second game for them. It was wonderful because the line was really long, but probably only about half of those people actually play video games.
Yeah. People brought like their kids and stuff and just gave them a game like you traded in.
Oh,
you get
there's
Call of Duty.
some person had a baby and put a game. It was Rock Band, the original Rock Band. Put it in the baby thing and said, "My baby wants to get Call of Duty." It was the Future Shop employee didn't know how to handle it. He looked. He went,
Can we do this?
"I need to get my manager."
Is he 17?
Like it was great. It was honestly great.
Apparently, Dustin got 4 copies of Ghosts.
Wow.
How the
Just
fuck?
to sell the other ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
It's a good haul.
Yeah, I heard of people getting like 6 or 7, like they would hit all the Future Shops or like gave out fake names and addresses and stuff, and it's crazy.
What did you get, Devin? You got Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Yeah,
right?
Call of Duty
Yeah.
and Battlefield. I wish I got an Assassin's Creed 4, to be honest with you, which really bothers me.
That would have required you to wait in line another.
Yeah.
I just
time.
I wasn't feeling like doing that.
So you only got Battlefield and Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Oh no, you got Killzone. You got Killzone as well.
Well, okay, I've got Killzone.
No, like, but part of that deal.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about launch titles for a second. I was like, wait a second. What the fuck are
the
you guys
only
talking about?
game that you have that's different from me
Yeah.
is Assassin's Creed 4.
Okay, yeah.
Because
That's
he
it.
has it on Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. You didn't have Rivals, but now you do.
And I now own Rivals. Fucking, I hate the fact that Sony made it so fucking convenient to buy games now. I logged into my phone and was like, "Hey, Devin, your PSN's already on here from NAC. What's up? You want to go to the store? Yeah, you do. Hey, you like PS4 games, right? Buy this game. Do you want to download it right now? Great, we'll download it for you. It'll be ready when you get home."
I feel like we should talk about Dan's experience
Fuck.
since he's been going all digital.
Yeah.
And so Friday, he was here and he kind of
It's a tough start.
Yeah.
Leading to bliss.
yeah.
So,
I'm not buying another disc game ever
but
again.
you have disc games at all.
I,
There has not
fucked
been a disc in my PS4.
okay, honestly,
Devin, take one, go. No.
I hate
I'll
the
literally kill you before you get there.
I hate the fucking
I don't
fact,
look fast.
but he will end me.
I'm not the need for speed.
I hate the fact that, like, okay,
You can say anything in that like driver guy's voice from Need for Speed.
That'll show up. Burning rubber. Just what? The fuck? What is happening? Why is everybody angry and gruff?
backpack,
Driving circles.
frappuccino,
Stop them quick.
non-fat latte.
I'm a cop, you idiot. Anyway. Rivals does some really weird shit with it.
We
so
got
I love it.
sidetracked from something.
What
All
were we
digital.
talking about? Yeah, okay.
Dan, you went all digital.
No, okay.
Yes, I did.
I want to explain why the fact that I fucking hate having discs. It wasn't such an issue before because it used to be where like my console was right beside where I was and the games were on top of it. So it's just like now I have to walk, like actually get up out of my chair and walk about 2 feet over to the left so I can change the disc. Fucking, I hate it. I don't want to play video games when you guys are like, "Hey, let's play Call of Duty." I get on to play Call of Duty. You're like, "Oh, we're gonna play Killzone." I'm like, "Oh, I just don't even want to play anymore.
I mean, I'm just like I just hit the button and I'm already open the disc. Like,
because you're right beside it. Picture
I'm
you're
sitting as far away as you are, but I'm just like, oh, we're switching.
yeah, okay. So I will never fucking buy a goddamn disc ever again.
you might want to buy a hard drive first then.
I have a 1 terabyte in there already.
You already formatted everything?
Yeah, I already formatted. Already have it loaded in.
Good to go then.
I'm thinking I might replace that with a 500 gig solid state drive though.
No, go for more space.
Apparently, if you're going to put like a different, faster hard drive, you're supposed to get a hybrid one. Apparently, that has the best performance.
Oh really? Oh, maybe I'll get one of those 1 terabyte
Specifically
hard drives.
for the PS4. I don't know, but
Yeah.
like computers and
But
stuff.
can I don't know. You can get higher than 500 in the hybrids for the 2.5 inch.
Well,
I think it's only.
that's just what I've been seeing on the internet.
But yeah, I saw a couple of things on the solid state drives for loading up digital games on the PS4.
Yeah.
Fucking no load time. It's like, hey, you want to play this game? Hey, it's loaded.
There's already like kind of no load time as.
But
it is.
like, it's just like it's completely seamless now.
It brings. What was it? I think in I think it's Call of Duty goes from like having a 20-second load time to like 5 or 6 seconds. But either way, I would choose having more space over slight speed increase because what's going to happen is if you're playing things multiplayer, if you're playing things single player, most things seem to load seamlessly. But like if you're playing multiplayer, you're just going to get into the match and be like,
Waiting for everyone else.
great night. No, I didn't realize there was a wait timer in Call of Duty.
Well, you saw in. I don't know if you saw it in Warframe. There's actually loading bars like on the PC.
Yeah, the loading bars. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Which is weird, but yeah.
I haven't played Warframe on the PS4 yet.
Warframe on the PS4 is currently 2 patches behind the PC version, and you can't copy progress until they're neck and neck. So
okay.
That's really shit.
So we're waiting anyways.
No, fair
There
enough.
you go.
spent
I also
lots of money.
downloaded Blacklight.
'Cause I gotta have my Magnum.
I really want to play Blacklight.
Blacklight's good. There's not enough service for it when I was trying to play it this week, except
okay.
for it's pretty awesome. So, okay, Warframe and Blacklight are free-to-play games on the PS4. You don't need to actually even have PSN to play it.
Just
Plus,
Just to
you
download.
mean?
Yeah. Not Plus, sorry.
PS Plus.
Just download off the PSN. Those ones are actually pretty good. Blacklight's pretty decent when I actually got in.
There's also DC Universe Online.
I haven't tried that. I downloaded it, but I haven't tried it yet. But I hear it's okay. It's good. It's the only thing that's RPG, I guess, without having shooter
yeah.
elements. So, but anyway, so what do we all get for launch titles? So Dan, what did you pick up on digital? You got AC4, Need for Speed Rivals, Marvel.
Marvel superheroes.
Yeah.
Lego Marvel superheroes. Killzone, Call of Duty. You said these two, right?
Yeah.
Did you get Battlefield 4? No.
Resogun,
Contrast, technically.
Contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to
That's
play
it.
Contrast.
Yeah.
No, it's sitting. It's the furthest possible
Like,
back
it's
thing.
just-
What
I
are we-
looked at it. I watched Riccio play like the first 20 minutes of it. It just had no appeal to me whatsoever.
Contrast gets pretty interesting, I think. According to some people, when you get farther into it, like it gets like, oh, that's cool. It's really glitchy, but apparently it's really cool. But I think we should instead of repeating the same games everywhere, we should just say that we've got everything except for FIFA, NBA, and NBA, and Madden
Yeah, no Madden
Yeah, between us.
between us.
between us.
So
Yeah.
we don't have any of those sports games, but
We don't have. Fuck, I forgot.
The
Scroll
DC
up.
Universe one.
Scroll up.
We don't have DC Universe or whatever that other
DC
one
Universe is free. Let's see here.
is.
We don't-
Injustice. We don't have Injustice.
We don't have Injustice either.
Yeah. Okay. That's
That's what you were thinking.
I'll try
I got
to
you,
see.
Dan. I got you.
Yeah. We didn't buy
or
Super Motherload.
Skylanders.
Or Super Motherload.
Speak for yourself.
But yeah, no. So we got most of the launch titles. So far, which one do you guys want to start with? We're talking about it a little bit here.
Do we want to
Call
start
of Duty,
off?
I guess.
Yeah, we'll start
Call
off
of
COD.
Okay. It's pretty okay on the PS4. Despite there actually being frame drops.
Yeah, it's.
I haven't seen any frame drops. But
Okay,
you
I know.
said
the-
I haven't been at that part of the campaign. Where
Yeah.
Well, it's even in multiplayer constantly for me.
'Kay,
It's getting better though. but
when
yeah.
you were talking about those frame drops to
Yeah.
me on Skype,
Yeah.
I got to that part today.
Yeah.
Fuck, it is.
They patched it today too, so it's a little bit better.
But like, it was just not that good. So like, you've got particles falling down and kind of hitting the ground, and then you have AI doing different things, and everything on screen just turns into this weird blurry mess. But then it's like, and then like the AI guy that was over at the right side of the screen is now like over on the left doing an animation or something, and it's just this weird like dropping frames, and then like not kind of halting for a second, and then like kicking back in again. It's like too much is happening at the same time, and it's causing it to drop and like freeze out. It's really weird. I don't know.
it's really weird. Like it
I
happens.
feel like from everything that we've played, Call of Duty's kind of like the worst example of a next gen.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
it's definitely. I definitely feel like it's been kneecapped to accommodate the older generation of consoles.
What I want to say is that they've okay. So as much as this week, if anybody's been watching my cast, I've kind of been talking shit a little bit about Ghost just because of like the frame rate and all that stuff that's been bugging me, and how it after playing Killzone, going back to Call of Duty's like, oh man, like I wish they would have just put like a little extra oomph into it. But I will say one thing, and I really applaud Infinity Ward for this, especially considering how Battlefield 4 is doing right now at launch. That the console's been out since last Thursday at midnight, so Friday, and it's been out for less than a week, and they've put out 4 patches for Call of Duty Ghosts. And they've tried to fix spawns, they've tried to fix the stability things, they've added in some like MLG stuff, which was now in the PC version, so like a patch has come out for that. And they've once again tried to fix the stability stuff. So they're trying, which is at least
More than what Battlefield, from what I hear, is.
Well, Battlefield's
happening.
putting out a patch next week, which is going to take some time to get here. But the fact that it feels like Infinity Ward just like,
Call
does
of
this
Duty
work?
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it feels like Call of Duty, they're just like, okay, let's try and fix this. Let's just put this out. Let's make it a little bit better. It's not 100%. Let's just keep shitting out updates. Let's go.
Improving.
And that's at least admirable, and I'm really happy they're doing that. And the multiplayer is still really fun if you really like Call of Duty, but the frame rate drops in multiplayer when they happen. It's just like the most random time, so you're just like, oh, I don't give a shit. But whenever you're in single player, and it was in that one level that Devin was talking about, it's like a skyscraper building that you're kind of going through. Before today's patch, it was constantly dipping to like weird stuttering every 5 to 10 seconds, and it was just like it would just do it, and you're just trying to aim, and it was like it felt like it was like a heartbeat of just like fucking really shitty frame rate. But what's even weirder about that is that I think Eurogamer or Digital Foundry, which I think is part of Eurogamer, did some analysis, I think like a day ago or something. And what they realized, I don't know if I read it properly, it sounded too retarded to make sense, but was apparently that the PS4 version runs too far. It's supposed to be capped at 60 FPS, but it keeps running over that. And then for some reason, the way the engine works, instead of smoothing it down and capping it properly, when it goes over, it tries to clip those frames, but in clipping it like fucks the frame rate because it's trying to smooth it too much or something.
That's really weird.
And it almost doesn't have anything to do with the shit that's rendering on screen and all the craziness going on. Like there could be I've had stuff where shit was exploding and flipping and it was staying at 60, and I'm standing still, and then it would start like stuttering when I try to turn. So I don't know. It seems like a really weird sort of like it's running too fast for the console, which.
If like the
I don't know
buffer
how
is getting overloaded.
It seems really weird. It seems
really weird.
But they're fixing it, which once it's going to be super smoothed out, I think it's going to be pretty fun to play. Despite this, I finished the storyline today, and it was kind of.
I'm not that far behind you. I'm only like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, but it's definitely the less next gen of all the games that we picked up. Definitely.
Still okay, though.
It's still
okay.
good.
It definitely looks okay. It doesn't look like complete shit. Sometimes you're still like, fuck, that's awesome.
Well, like, okay, at that part where it's the intro to that level, and you see all this like stuff happening in the background, and you're doing this kind of like repelling stuff.
Yeah,
that all looks so.
Spoilers, repelling in a Call of Duty game. Jesus,
stuff looks so gorgeous and like just really good. I was kind of like, I took a step back and just like panned around it so I could view the skyline. I was like, that's great. And then I killed the dude.
There's good screenshot
Yeah.
opportunities
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah.
But they just have you like walking and it's like, oh, stuff's happening over there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of points in Call of Duty, and there's a lot of points in Killzone where you'll be doing something, and then there's like an NPC who's like, all right, I found the door, let's go this way. And they'll like kick it down or they'll open it, and it'll just be like, boom, check out what the fuck this looks like. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow. And Killzone in
I have
particular.
not even touched the Killzone campaign.
Oh,
yet.
man.
Oh,
Killzone
you're
has
going to
some
be
good-
really happy with it.
Killzone has some moments where you just kind of like, you're just doing something like, oh, what was I doing again? And you'll just kind of look outside and you're like, holy fuck, that's been there the whole time.
Or-
just like, well, look at all this whole place.
Yeah, or you'll be like, the moment for me that happened is you can use vents to get around Killzone.
Yeah.
And I opened up a vent, and just to my left, I looked over, and it was just this huge like cityscape, like kind of panoramic view of like a canyon. I just looked over and like I actually watched it for like 30 seconds. It was like, this is phenomenally magical. There's just like stuff going on, lights are flickering, you see like movement in the distance, kind of blurred out, but like just looks so good. That game just looks so pretty.
It's funny. And Riccio, you finished the campaign,
I
right?
finished campaign of Killzone and Call of
And
Duty.
were you pleased with the Killzone campaign?
Has one of the weirdest to play campaigns, but also one of the like greatest, like for generic sort of shooter, has one of the greatest campaigns I've gone to in a long time. Just and it's like the way that I was trying to explain it when I was casting it, because I did all this on cast, so I was getting people to watch it and be like show people about the PS4 and stuff. But going through Killzone reminds me of playing through the first Halo, and I mean that in a way, and I mean that in a really, really, really good way, because do you remember when you were playing Halo, like the second,
that like sense of discovery?
Yeah,
that's like you know how in the first level you're like a pillar of autumn, you crash down and you're on like you're on the ring,
and you're just like,
and you're just like, where the fuck do I go? Okay, I'm gonna go down here, and then you get on the Warthog and you're just like, okay, but I could go that way, and there's a thing. Oh, but the maps in Killzone are kind of like sometimes they'll just drop you somewhere, and they're just like, go plan a charge on the SAM site, and you're just like, where the fuck is the SAM site? And you just start running around. You're like,
no,
yeah, holy shit, look at all this play. And
you're gonna hit this moment, Dan, at that specific mission where it tells you to do something, and there's Hellgast everywhere, there's patrols, and you're like, I can do anything I want within this. Like, and the area doesn't feel like it's really confined. It just feels pretty large, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. And it's just great. And I spent about 20 minutes just crouching around, like moving around, killing Hellgast with like snapping their necks and really pretty animations, and just rolling around that way until I found the objective.
Yeah. It in some ways it sucks because sometimes you're like, okay, no, seriously, where's the objective? And you're just like,
I wish I had the Bioshock arrow.
Well, some levels do. Like some levels will point it out, but then some levels will just literally like the objective will be like, find someone, and you're just like, okay, well, I had like an entire city block or something kind of size level, and you're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, where is he in here? You try to look around, and, okay, you find him.
Anyways,
but
the thing I'll just really quickly interject here. The thing I was gonna say is, as much as you guys liked the campaign, any reviews they always say it's the weakest part of the entire game.
It sucks. It makes me sad because after playing,
I
would
argue that the multiplayer is a little.
I did not like the multiplayer in that game.
I really like it.
I don't know if I had a sour experience from that first time we played.
That was a terrible map, though. Yeah.
And
Once
I feel
again,
like we need
experience.
to play some like. I would like to play some more with you guys.
Yeah.
But it's just it really soured me on that because it was. I didn't really know what I was doing, and everybody was so already on the ball, and just like, so I'd turn a corner and just be fucking murked, and then turn another corner and fucking
Here's
murked.
why I think you hate on it and we kind of like it, is because we played it on launch night. So nobody was good.
All right.
And they was on that like weird night map thing, and no one really knew what was going on in the multiplayer,
like
so everyone was just kind of walking around like, looking at stuff. And
how do you heal people? Is that,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you do it from distance. Oh, okay. Wait, let me try it. And it was just like nothing but people just kind of
By the end of the map,
confuse the shit.
By the end of the map, I was almost up to par again, but like that was after like 2 matches of really being like shit kicked.
Yeah.
And like figuring out what I liked, what gun worked, how do I change my class, like all this random shit. So,
but I just want to point out one quick thing, because when I was going through the single player, there's one level in particular where you're it's not a spoiler, but there's like it's like a station or something that you're on, okay? And you're just exploring. And without saying anything about it, going through that, I wish someone would almost give the like System Shock license to Guerrilla Games.
Oh man, that would
and
be
have
good.
them just like recreate everything that's in System Shock, because the game, Killzone doesn't have like an inventory, it doesn't have any of that garbage, not the garbage, but any of that stuff. It's just like just whatever. It's a
2
generic
guns,
shooter.
that's it.
But the thing is that the atmosphere that they nailed going, it almost reaches like Dead Space 1 feeling when you're walking through it, and there's like no sound. You're hearing like stuff open in the distance. There's like kind of like whispers that you're hearing. There's like just like stuff everywhere, and you're just kind of exploring, and you're finding audio recordings of people who like died on the station, or like just weird shit happening, and it's like almost super eerie. And I'm like, man, and all you're doing in that level is like pretty much exploring, and it feels so awesome. I don't know. I really want to see what Guerrilla Games is gonna do next, and I don't know. Like seeing what Killzone can do, and being like, man, if more next gen games can just do so much more and do this crazy shit, like I can't wait to see stuff later on in the next gen, because Killzone was a really nice way to kind of experience like, hey, this is what a shooter's gonna look like. This is all the crazy graphics. Here's all like the ridiculous lighting and physics and stuff we can do, the animations, and just like here's a level of like literally something you're just walking around. It looks fantastic, and just the atmosphere you can get with the fidelity of graphics that you can get now. And I was just like, oh man, like
It was such a good
I wanna
taste of
see
what
what's gonna happen.
a potential horror game could be.
Yeah.
Like it yeah, you still had your gun and everything like that, but like even just creeping around and trying to like using your echolocation to find things and going and picking stuff up and trying to meet these different, not side objectives, but different things in that station felt really good. And especially like, what?
I'll tell you after. Somebody in the chat
Like-
reminded me of something for
Like
Call of Duty.
the atmosphere that like you said was built so well. And I think that if they took something similar in that setting and just like applied it to like a horror game or a survival game or something like that, I'm really excited to see what
we've got another 8 to 9 years here.
I know. That's what I'm really excited to see come out of the next gen consoles is like what kind of shit are people gonna do with it?
What makes me sad is I forgot that I pre-ordered what the fuck's it called?
Destiny.
No, the
Watch Dogs.
the horror game from like the new kind of like Resident Evil made guy one for Evil Within.
Yeah, Evil Within.
And I pre-ordered that for the PS4. So now after like going through some of the stuff on Killzone stuff, I'm really excited to see what kind of games or how it's going to
that'd be
feel to play things
crazy.
later on in the year and such. But no, someone brought something up at the channel. Rodent mentioned when I was playing Call of Duty, there was like a car or like a little cart driving by, and I was looking at him like that looks real dumb, and I kind of zoom in, and none of the tires are moving. It's just like
It's just
and it's parking and like doing stuff. I'm like, okay.
is that like the Mass Effect sprites in the distance that were just
No,
like,
it was literally right there. Like it's driving by me, and its tires aren't turning, and it was just kind of like, oh, I'm just
Really?
gonna park inside this plane thing. I'm like, well, that's okay.
okay.
But yeah,
Killzone is really good. Call of
Killzone's really
It's
Duty
okay.
I felt was like was weird. Okay,
I think honestly, if it wasn't next gen and we got this game,
it would be
it would
okay.
be a little
Yeah.
underwhelming.
Yeah.
it's just we're expecting a shit ton out
Yeah.
of the next gen console. Like yeah, Call of Duty was still really good, but I was
The
on
one
a whole other level. Like the storyline, I was just like,
kid, the one gripe that really
that
had
starts
me.
strong though. That story.
It does.
That's disappointing.
oh, that's a positive. It has the start of a story, and then it.
Okay. I said this to Riccio, but at the beginning of the Call of Duty campaign, you have this moment where you don't have any like guns or anything, so you don't see any hands in front of you, and you don't really like. You're just kind of like walking up a hill.
Yeah.
The motion stutter in that game, where it's like your head is bobbing back and forth. You know how you hate that in Stalker series? I legitimately had to put down my controller and turn off my TV because it gave me motion sickness.
It's so next gen.
Like it legit.
real.
It was like the dude's neck was made out of jello, and it was just like he was having a seizure while walking. It was insane. I didn't like that at all. So it had
He's
this
got the
like
need for speed.
this sour taste in my mouth because I was like, is this what all of Call of Duty is going to be like? Yeah.
It doesn't ever do that. Actually, you know
It
what?
doesn't.
The number one thing that that bothered me through the entire Call of Duty campaign, and I don't remember it being this bad in Black Ops or Modern Warfare 3, but you know when you're aiming down the side and you get shot and you kick up?
Yeah.
This one, more than ever, I feel like the kick is going from like straight to almost like 90-degree like fucking perpendicular.
I point at the chest, and when I get shot once, I get a headshot.
No, so that's what I'm used to in Black Ops, where it's like, doo, doo. But in this, it's like, I pop up like, oh, I'm gonna shoot someone. It's like, oh fuck, it's the sky, and I just you're getting hit and you're trying to hide, but you can't tell where you're going because you're constantly getting knocked up.
Yeah.
That sounds bad. But like, it was so frustrating to try and go through most of the ghosts with that happening because it would have like that whatever jelly screen. You're like, oh, you gotta get to cover, and you kind of crouch and you're like, hey, you heal up and you pop up to do it, and then you instantly go to looking up and you're bleeding and you crouch. You're like, okay, let's go somewhere else. Was this gonna work? And he does the same thing. I'm like, I still don't know where the fuck I'm getting shot from,
Okay.
and you're just kind of like trying to find. You have to use like the lean and hope that you don't get spotted. I don't know. It
I
was
feel
like,
like you're
found-
way more fragile in this game.
you
Yeah.
are. You really are. Yeah. It's
And
Like
easier-
I feel like Black Ops 2 or whatever.
yeah.
It would be like 5 to 6 bullets take you down if they're all hitting on point.
Yeah.
I've seen people kill me and like other people just like. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what was good about Killzone is I felt like you die a lot in Killzone, but when you drop on the ground, you hit L1, your little owl comes over and resurrects you. And the cool thing about when you're being resurrected or when you use a health pack when you're still up is
We're
that
talking about the single player.
the single
Yeah.
player, yeah, you not only go for full health, you kind of become invulnerable for like a small amount of time, and you also go into slow motion.
Yeah, so you
you're-
can easily get people
yeah.
who are fucking you
What
up
about
beforehand.
when Rico comes in and picks you up?
You got to the end.
What?
I'm kidding. That game takes
Rico?
it takes place 100 years after whatever three. So
Oh, Rico.
he's
Ah,
probably
Rico.
dead
or
um,
immortalized in
or immortalized as an
the
asshole.
souls of everyone.
But no, in Call of Duty, I felt I wish it had something because there's so many times you turn a corner and then it was like you're dead.
'Kay.
Just go back to that checkpoint. I was like, oh man, if
The-
only I could
the
just
thing
like,
that I
crawl
found-
or be healed or something.
The thing that I found was those flashbangs.
Yeah.
You can cook those so they're almost like instantaneous flashes.
Yeah.
So every time I saw like a group of more than 3 people, I would duck behind cover and just like huck it over and then pop up after it went off, and I managed to clear rooms really quickly through that. So it's just like this: crank the flashbang, walk out with it out. Oh, there's guys, crouch.
Did you say cranked?
Yeah, you crank the top of it.
Cranked.
Cranked.
Which I like that fucking gameplay. That fucking gameplay is great. I don't like original team deathmatch in Call of Duty because that shit is dumb.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody who
Cranked.
camps. Cranked is the way to play that game. I won't play anything else.
Everybody's like
Cranked.
zoom, 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 zoom.
Cranked.
Cranked is like the Need for Speed way to play. Everybody's just zooming around the map. It's funny.
And then MTAR.
With knifing classes.
Yeah, we started a fucking fad, buddy. I bet you we can trace that shit back to when we pulled out knives. Now everybody's doing it.
Did you ever actually get on a killing streak with the knife?
Yeah, I got like 4 people in a row
It's
one time.
unbelievable how fast you run and stab fuckers when
And it's great
you're
because
cranked.
people turn the corner expecting
And you're
some
already up in their face and
stabbing them. It's
Yeah.
magical. It's fucking magical.
there's a with the class that ended up making and having a gun with like 57 bullets being an SMG where you're just flying around the map. There's something to be said for treating an SMG like a light machine gun that has a shit ton of bullets where you're firing at someone and then like a teammate will come out and you're still firing and then he'll die and then someone else is gonna come out and you're firing. You're like, wow, this is all right. I guess I'm gonna reload this SMG in half a second and then just keep firing into like a fucking doorway.
Okay,
It's
the best was I saw you do a kill where you were firing into a doorway, still firing, you rotated around.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah.
and just killed another dude. It's like you didn't take your finger off the trigger. You just
Yeah.
like, okay, we're good.
Okay, we didn't even talk about the controller. The controller for the DualShock 4 after I know I was maybe worried about it last week when we were doing the podcast. The controller is fucking awesome after playing with it for
Feels
like,
great.
so many goddamn hours. Also our PS4s had no issues
Nope.
at all. We all are
We lucked
Except
out.
for mine mysteriously deleting Need for Speed.
just weird, yeah.
It just said fuck Need for Speed. I can't handle that
Downloading
shit.
an
I
That's-
put it up and I was like, what game do I want to play right now? Wait a minute. Where's Need for Speed?
You know what?
Just
You know what?
gone.
You know what that PS4 did? It's too cranked.
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 Need for Speed just left.
Just fucking. It's
You
in
didn't
somebody
play it?
else's.
You know what my favorite part about Call of Duty is?
Yeah.
Real quick.
What?
Running with the knife.
Yeah, it's real
Because
good.
the animation. Because in past games, you'd just be kind of running. and
Would you
have a
allow like the
little
teeny
shuffle.
little hands like would just be like you'd have like that little kind of like
Little
shitty-
jittery.
Well, yeah, it looks the same way in this one.
oh I thought you
on
actually
your
see the-
screen.
Oh.
But on
okay.
the animation, you're running out
Just
like
swinging your fucking
this. With this is a fucking knife in one of your hands. So all the kill cams that I die on, and I die on a lot of them because I'm running across these big open maps with a fucking knife in my hands and no gun. And it's just like watching the people like kind of they're shooting a guy with guns and then turning and then just seeing me like running towards them is fantastic.
Yeah.
But you pointed out that I'm getting killed a lot more knifing in this game because
Yeah.
the footsteps are so much louder when
Yeah.
you're sprinting.
the
Yeah.
I can just imagine how fast you go with a knife because with an SMG, like once you're cranked, it doubles your speed and your all that stuff.
Man, I got a 4th kill
Yeah.
when I had a knife at one point, and it's just like and when you stab it, it's like
But yeah, just like with an SMG, you get like one kill and you're just if there's like a doorway with like 2 doors, like a long hallway, sorry, and there's 2 doors, you're just there for like a half a second. So and I'm just like always just with my aimer up, like flying around the map. I just imagine a knife. It's like, was that a ghost?
yeah.
Like, what the fuck was that thing?
The best is
And you can tell the difference because at one point I spawned behind Devin and I think he had 3 kills at the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and we just both took off running. He was just like,
Well, it's after one. It's after one kill. It doubles. It doesn't actually keep getting. I don't think it keeps getting faster. It just.
well, I don't know, like anyway.
yeah, but
even after a
yeah,
kill,
it'll. It's.
but
You get one kill. You're like.
it was great on
So
that
fun.
on that missile silo, like the missile factory.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there's this like middle channel in the middle of the map that's kind of like a little basement level. I just threw down an IED in the doorway of the other one and just waited for people to run into the
Yeah.
one I was watching. I got like 4 kills in a row there, and then I just gone. Like it's having a knife in that game.
No.
It's not
Now-
a disadvantage.
Now, when you're holding the knife, does he hold it like combat style or
Yeah,
like
it's
like
combat.
shanking
No.
style?
It's combat style.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't really place it in my mind. But just what's the level where we were like waiting outside the like atrium area? And you remember there was two
the
guys.
baseball diamond.
No, I'm talking specifically to Riccio, but he's ignoring me because he's laughing about something.
Yeah, go on. The atrium level.
Yeah, you know where like two guys were coming out of that room, and there's kind of like grass in the room. We were coming down a hallway, and there's like a window and a door.
Yeah.
And you just kind of started shooting at him. I just kind of stacked up on the door, like waiting behind the wall. And I think you either got killed or ran back. And then the guy came in the door to like follow him, and I was just like. And then another guy came in the door. I was like.
So clearly, Call of Duty we're actually enjoying for the multiplayer.
Yeah,
still.
multiplayer.
It's still,
Okay,
as
only
much as
crank though.
Yeah,
Extreme
only crank.
conditioning is full sprint all the time. Knifing classes are possible.
Cranked is where I've had a lot of fun. Team Deathmatch has had like a lot of campers because there's just so many areas that you can just walk out into an area and just get like annihilated, and you're like, oh well, okay.
The
but Crank
spawning's
keeps
a
things-
little fucked in that game still.
They keep patching as well in each one of those patches that have come out, which has been nice. But
I feel like there's way more sniping as well.
there's a lot of sniping.
Just like I don't know where I got killed from.
There's one
Oh,
sniper.
that guy across the map.
There's one sniper in particular. It says like anything over the knees is a kill, so that's pretty nice. Maybe not arms, I don't know, but so there's
Well,
the
my arms
potential
are
for
harder to hit
sniping.
when they're running. It's
Flailing
like
in your face.
Airplane
Deflecting.
level out of my side. with a knife.
I also found that like people use a lot more silencers in this game.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if there's that much like damage reduction off of the silencer.
there is. Yeah.
Well, there's also the like that really early perk that you get that's like enemy like skulls don't appear. Like,
yeah,
when
when
Yeah.
you get kills,
Yeah.
they don't show up as X's. Yeah,
So it's just like it's
There-
really
there's-
fucking dumb when everybody's got a silenced AK and it's just like camp in a corner waiting for people to roll around it.
There's one in that same level that we were just talking about with like
Yeah.
the atrium, and then you can like go outside. It's kind of like a convention center is what I feel like it looks like.
It's
There's one
Splash Zone, I think it's called. I forget
Yeah,
what it's
something
called.
like that.
There's one time when you're running. There's one area where you're running through it, and you're like, it's like an L shape.
Yeah.
Like this.
yeah.
And you can run in through it this way or like back out this way, but to the left, there's like a little step up with a plant there, and there's always some fucker in that plant that's just like killing people that run around that corner. But the distance is enough,
Yeah,
and the thickness of the wall is enough that the lean doesn't work,
yeah,
and you can't get around that corner and get up close enough to them to shotgun or knife them. And they are aiming at that corridor, so they have the drop on you, even if you know you're walking around. Like, it's just
yeah.
patch that spot out, because that spot sucks.
Yeah.
The rest of the camping, like hiding in little crevices and around doorways, is fine. But that spot is just like this room is like an L to the right, and you put this area to the left that someone can hide in a plant. Just why did you do that?
Yeah.
I feel like it's really dumb, and I know this would not be the case, but like an MLG match, I feel like now would just be like everybody camping corners and just like, is people moving? Are they going? Okay, let's switch to this corner. Is anybody moving? No, okay. All right, we'll just keep moving to this, back to this corner. Like, it's so fucking frustrating when all you see is people in like a corridor, like Dan says, camping both sides. Like, fucking move around or something. It really bothers me when it's like that.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll move on from Call of Duty, and I think we talked a bit about Killzone enough to multiplayer and single player, so it's good.
Yeah.
Do you want to just finish up with shooters then? Battlefield
Yep.
4?
Didn't touch it.
You didn't touch it? I played a little bit.
How are those servers?
The servers are really fucked. Conquest is still not working. They're working on a patch to get it up. Whether it's 32 or 64 players, you can't get in. So you can still play Obliteration, Team Deathmatch, Squad Deathmatch.
What's
Rush.
obliteration?
Obliteration is kind of like...
Is it cranked?
No, imagine Rush. If it was like Counter-Strike where there's a bomb that you pick up and you plant somewhere. Except for each team has two places that they can bomb, and the bomb spawns in the middle of the map, and
it's a
both
neutral
fucking
bomb?
yeah, and teams just fucking run towards it. So you have like tanks and planes trying to fucking just take out that bomb. Most of those matches last like
kinda
an hour, and it's kind of intense because you're just like, you gotta get the fucking bomb, and then you get it and you try to get into a vehicle, but then there's like other vehicles. It's pretty crazy.
That sounds pretty sweet. I'm
But,
It
actually
occurs to me we never explained what cranked was.
Okay, yeah. Cranked
Yeah.
is you kill a guy, you have 30 seconds to kill another guy, or else you explode. If you kill somebody, you get.
You get slightly faster. You'll reload your gun faster.
But you
run
also go back
faster.
up to 30 seconds. If you get an assist, you get like 5 or 10 seconds or something.
Yeah.
And you still get the time goes up, and you get cranked if ever like your kill streaks get kills as well. But anyways,
It's very fast.
it's very
That's
fast.
why we
It's
like
really
it.
awesome. Anyways, go back to Battlefield. Obliteration is really fun. It's super sweet that the matches last 10 minutes, an hour. But you'll probably last in 10 minutes before you get crashed out to the fucking dashboard where you submit an error and you go back into the game and your save file for the single player is corrupted and you lose the last 4 levels of progress you've done. which isn't.
So what you're
fun.
telling me is that $60 is worth it?
So far, no. But it sucks. It sucks because
Value proposition.
And I want no. But hold on. What I want to say is that I really like the single player. I think what I played those first 4 levels is so fucking cool. That
Better than
game
Call of Duty?
is so much better in Call of Duty. It looks amazing. The destructibility is super fun. I feel like DICE finally got scripting down really fucking good in this one, and it's pretty sweet.
Now,
But
you have me excited. Don't build this up too much.
no, so it's really good, except for and there's collectibles and stuff you can find. The destruction works really good in single player, but when your save file gets corrupted, I'm just like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna wait for them to patch this because I don't want to do like those first 4 levels again, then have it crash, do the same thing, first 4 levels again, keep doing it. So I'm gonna wait.
You don't want to hear that sweet opening song
no.
in the car underwater
No,
every time?
no more. Yeah. The multiplayer is really good, but you keep getting crashed out as well. So I'm kind of staying away from it for now. But what makes me sad, but happy at the same time, sad that I can't play, but happy that when it's working, Battlefield 4 is so fucking amazing. It runs at like 60 frames. If it dips, you can't really tell. So much shit is happening on screen, even though the matches I've played are maybe only 32 people. But it's hectic as hell. The destruction is pretty fucking awesome, and I was totally happy to get it on consoles because I was right. No one can aim properly, so you have some really cool shit where like you're running and like missiles will totally miss you, but hit a wall and like a fucking wall drops down. And you're like, oh shit, there's an entrance here. I'm gonna run into it. Oh, a tank can't drive, bust through like a fucking building. Like that Operation Shanghai map is like the most garbage one for destruction, and that's what they said whenever they finished that beta, and they are so right because there's some rush levels where there's like 2 buildings and there's a bomb right in the middle of it, and you'll just have a tank fucking rolling up from like the attacker side, just fucking plow right through the bottom, like just whatever, fuck the first floor, and you just roll through, like destroying columns and like the whole fucking building. By the time you're out and on the bomb site, the building's like collapsing behind you. You're just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's just
That sounds fucking great. All
and
right,
then the
now
game
I
crashes out. And
Really
you're just
want to
like,
play this.
yeah, but then the game crashes out. But I just lost sound here. But I don't know if you guys lost sound.
Yeah, you're
fucking with ours, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, so Battlefield 4 when it's working is like such a phenomenal fucking game to play. Like I'm so like the second their servers go up, they've got my money for premium. I'm pretty sure they've got my money for premium.
If you will play it with me, I will invest that capital as well.
Yeah. But it's just like, oh, it makes me sad because I have it on my pile of games, and like I finished Call of Duty, I finished Killzone. I'm starting to work on NAC right now. I've played a lot of Need for Speed Rivals, and it's just like the entire time, like I want to be playing Battlefield. I want to try more of that single player. I want to get really deep into that multiplayer and unlock some really cool unlocks and get like better with vehicles and such. But every time I do it, I get shit on because the game will just crash out and just ruin things for me. So I have faith in DICE that in a week, what like they said, they're trying to get a patch out by next week, and I'm
Do you think
hoping
it's
that patch is going to be
Like a
enough to
Jesus-
fix it.
A Jesus patch?
Just enough to fix the crash for single player that corrupts save files.
Yeah,
If
right.
that gets fixed, I'll play a single player. I can wait on the multiplayer for a little bit, but I hope that patch comes out sooner rather than later. But it's really cool. It's Battlefield 4 is really good.
What
just too
else
bad it's
from
busted.
EA is really good?
Need for Speed Rivals was my okay, I'll get it because it looks decent. To holy shit, my favorite game on the PS4, I think, to play so far.
Well, you had to get the Need for Speed early.
I had to get that.
You had the Need for
I-
Yeah,
Speed.
that was the only game you got.
But
I have the 15 minutes. I race.
I am free.
Need for Speed is
You
probably
are not.
Need for Speed is probably the craziest game that I've played in a really long time. Like not like you know when you play Call of Duty and you feel like when we play Cranked and stuff, I feel like I sit down and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get serious here. I'm gonna sit down, let's play. And then as I'm getting like cranked and shit's going faster and faster, I notice my foot, like you know whenever you bounce like your knee up and down, like you just keep doing this. I realize I'm playing and I'm like shaking my leg like fucking ferociously as I'm like getting into it. I'm like, all right, Call of Duty, like let's do
Sounds
this.
like you have a meth
Yeah,
addiction.
I feel like it's like me going like, oh yeah, pump that fucking thing through my veins.
Get cranked, yo.
Get cranked.
And then, but then like when I'm done with Call of Duty, I'm just like, oh man, like I feel so tense and this is really dumb. And then playing Need for Speed, whenever the first time I like spawn in as a cop, so you can be a cop or a rival. It's an open world map. You spawn into a 6-player lobby, so it's 5 other players. Anybody can be a cop or a racer, and you just go do your missions. You go to your missions. But let's say you're a cop and you're doing like a mission, or you just be driving around, and a racer's doing like an actual race mission on his own, and you see him, you're
Take
like,
him down.
I'm gonna fucking take him down. So the first time I was a cop and I ran into a racer, and I got into the craziest chase, like busting through walls and shit, hitting jumps.
Can't catch demons by being an angel.
Yeah, you can't.
You ask why, I ask why not.
Oh god. So one, it was my first game I glitched on the PS4, and I was really happy. I hit a jump, I hit the ground, fucking went through it, careened out into the space.
Why didn't you hit the share button when that happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
feel
I
like
wasn't
that
used to the PlayStation yet. I was like, this is really
Okay.
great.
Do you also find that you go to hit the select button or like
Not anymore.
Okay, I just randomly I'm like, I gotta hit select. Oh, I hit the trackpad. Oh shit! I hit the share button and it's like, nah, this
Well,
is
the trackpad is select now. So.
yeah. But like I'd hit the share button by accident and be like, oh, fuck, I didn't mean
For the
that.
first little while, and it still kind of happens sometimes, I'll reach to hit options, but hit the trackpad instead.
Yeah.
That was like during the first day, but now
Well, yeah.
I've got it down.
You have played considerably more.
That first day was
than
like
any of
13
us.
hours.
Yeah.
But no, so anyways, getting back to Need for Speed, that first chase that I got, it's like the game piled on all of its sick features all at once. So I didn't have any special things. I didn't have EMP. I didn't have any shock things. It was just me ramming and chasing a guy. And during this race, like we hit jumps. There was times where I was going towards the wall. I'm like, oh fuck, and then you just like blast through it, and just like fence explodes around you. And you're just like going through on a dock, and there's tables and shit. And you're like, this is fucking sweet. And you go like through a forest, and then like a hurricane comes in, and there's wind and rain hitting you, and the fucking lights on the sirens are
There's sweet
reflecting
music playing
on
the whole
everything.
time.
The fucking music is pumping, and you're just like screaming around corners and shit. And I finished that, and I put the controller down. I'm like, I feel so full of adrenaline. Like I was just like tingling everywhere. My hands were like sweating. I just couldn't stop moving. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell did this game just do? And I feel like I played a lot of.
What the hell did this game just do?
What the hell didn't it do?
Raced you to the. Okay, also that's what's funny. You fucking hit a racer and he'll like flip and sometimes like explode off a cliff and shit, and it's just like busted. And you're like, wow, I'm pretty sure we killed him.
dead.
Yeah, we didn't bring him to jail. He's fucking dead.
That doesn't make sense to me. Where it's like you want to bust them, smash the shit out of their car.
Well, it makes sense.
Take them down.
They just shouldn't use bust. It's just murder face.
We
But-
gotta kill these street racers. It's
all
the
these
only way they'll learn.
all this deep voice stuff that we're doing right now is
I never
jokes
asked for any
because
of this.
No.
The narrators for both the cop and the racer side are so crazy in that game, just like spouting like basically nonsense buzzwords about racing or being a dirty cop and
Yeah.
catching racers.
It's so
It's
dumb.
just like utter nonsense.
It's always that deep gruff voice.
Yeah.
It's a bucket filled of gravel.
Yeah, in his throat. Anyway, I feel like I've played the other Hot Pursuit, which I felt was cool, but and I played Most Wanted as well
You
recently.
mean like Hot Pursuit 2009 or
yeah,
whatever?
Top Pursuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like when I was playing those, like it felt cool, but I would never get.
I
like,
feel like this is a spiritual successor to Hot Pursuit.
But yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
I feel like I never really got a sense of speed. Like most of those times, you'd be playing, and you just feel like they'd start playing music, and you were more going with the beat. Like, yes, fucking cool. You're taking turns and shit, and it felt like cool. But I feel like I don't know what they did with Need for Speed Rivals. I don't know if it's the amount of like leaves and foliage flying
Sometimes
past you.
there's so much shit on the screen. There's like glare going, and there's like
Yeah.
leaves and dirt and,
And it's,
dust
like,
kicking
it's
up,
shaking
and,
and-
rain is coming down on your car, and just water streaking off of it, and it's just like
And the faster you
I-
go, like your HUD is peeling off, and you turn, it's like shaking with you and shit, and like actually like fucking just coming off the screen. You're just like, there's so much sense of speed and shit going that you're just like, I feel like they finally hit the feeling of like speed in this game.
They
and I was
clinched it.
They fucking got it. And like that was when I was at the start of the game. Now that I've hit a car where I hit gas and go, and I go from 0 to like 300 fucking kilometers per hour in like 5-10 seconds, and shit's already zooming past me, and I'm trying to take corners.
yeah, it's actually frightening. We tested it out just trying to jump into it like a friend's multiplayer game here, and you just take off.
Yeah, it's like
You were
damn, hit
like-
gas, and I'm out.
There was a point where I like hit a car right after you'd hit a car.
Yeah.
And by the time I respawned and accelerated and like the camera readjusted, I just saw like your tail lights like flying over a mountain, and then you were
Yeah.
gone.
It's so fucking.
But the mountain was like 40 kilometers away.
It's so good.
It's like
Great.
And the best is like the car. I have 3 cars left to unlock, and there's the third car, like the final car, doubles the top speed that I can possibly go to, and like adds a few more points of acceleration. And it's just, I don't even want to know what that's going to be like. It gets to the point where it's just like Most Wanted and everything. You're driving and there's like speed cameras. It'll be like, oh, you were going 250. Your friends were going whatever. I just hit accelerate and I'm beating all my records now. Like I just from just fucking starting my car, and it's Need for Speed Rivals is so fucking good.
I liked what I played, and I just played the tutorial.
Yeah, it's
half the tutorial.
It's
Sorry,
so,
I didn't play the racer side yet.
It's
I
so
was the
good.
law.
Overthrow the government.
Also, one of my missions that I was doing,
Or don't.
the game gives you missions to unlock new cars.
We choose.
Take them all down. But anyways, one of the missions was like use a helicopter. I was like, okay, yeah, sweet. I'll just use that as one of my unlocks. And I got one of the helicopters. And it's like, oh, the helicopter will go after the racer, shit a spike strip in front of the car, and just have it fucking like go into it and like explode. But also while it's doing that, it's just blinding you. So if you're a racer, you literally can't see where the fuck you're going, and then a spike strip happens. But also as a cop, I'm driving and I see the helicopter. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna get fucked. He drops the spike strip and then blinds me and the racer. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then helicopters are the worst power up like in the game. Like, it just and of course when I had to do it was on the like snowy peaks, because there's like multiple. There's like an ocean side, there's a
Zones.
desert, there's like a mountain with like snow constantly. And when the difference between going to a desert where you're feeling you can take corners good, and you hit the snowy mountains and you're just like, you go to turn, you're just like, you just slide into like the wall and explode and shit. Doing that with a helicopter, shooting light onto the snow, and your fucking lights on your car are like blinding you too. It was the most like pulse pounding crazy thing, just trying to still catch up and shit. I don't know. That game is way too fucking good for its own good. I was so surprised, and I love Need for Speed Rivals.
That's
It is
why I bought it.
so fucking good. I want more of it. But yeah, it was fun. I like it.
Assassin's Creed 4.
Assassin's Creed 4 is pretty great. I haven't played much of it, but
I'm gonna get that digitally.
I got the boat. The water's good.
I'm gonna get that on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Water's good.
Man, K, those faces don't look muddy. It's real good. It's real dumb, but real good. But I'm really sad because I've already got like 40 hours clocked in the 360 version. And I don't really want to play that like 3 hours of tutorial again.
Just finish it on 360, and then when they release, like, hey, wait for a deal. On
Yeah,
PS4.
yeah, maybe I will wait for a deal on that.
Dan, you know how you first started Assassin's Creed and you got to Havana or whatever?
Yeah.
You started getting all the
I've 100%ed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
So
I did too.
when I got there and I was trying to cast, and people were watching and such, and I was like, okay, I'll go get whatever music notes I come across, but I want to start by hitting all the high points. And it's insane how easy it is to get sidetracked in that game, where I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to that high point. Oh, there's a note over there. And you grab it and you're like, oh, I can rescue some pirates over there. Oh shit, there's a shiny animus thing.
I
over there.
like
Okay.
I'm just
I
gonna,
like
where the fuck was that high
moment-
point?
I like the moment in Havana where you just, because that's the opening up of the
Yeah.
Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed game, and you get there and you start doing all this stuff, and you realize like I'm rescuing pirates for a crew I don't even fucking
Yeah.
have.
Okay, that's where I
But
pointed.
it's kind of great at that point because it's like they don't even give a fuck anymore.
no,
I'm
no,
just
they're just like,
doing
hey,
this side stuff.
we built this crazy shit. Here you fucking go.
So Kumar asks, when's the cast starting?
It's a fucking scrub.
Okay. Did you also notice that, like, when you're in Havana and you're just kind of meandering around, that you will get a high point and then immediately, like, the mini map opens up and it shows you all these, like, icons. You're like, there's the main quest, or I could collect everything else.
Advice for anyone getting sidetracked.
Fast travel.
Actually, probably do the story missions so you can get guns before you.
Yeah,
get
you
to
unlock
some of
all the
those
stuff that
assassin
you- yeah.
missions.
Yeah.
Because a few of those are tough because the guys are like under overhangs and you can't
Yeah.
air assassinate them.
Did you?
So it's easy to just go like and run away.
Did you do? There's one in Havana
I
called
did
the like.
everything in Havana.
Okay,
I
so
got,
you-
I got the 100% in area achievement. in
Okay,
Havana.
so
You,
you know
did
that-
it without guns.
yeah.
You probed the shit out of fun.
Well, what,
So you
I
did the
started
same
doing
thing-
the assassin missions where I would run around and try and find like a guy with like the musket
Yeah.
and get it. and
Okay, so
use that.
did you do the one on the beach like these? I don't know if it's the
Yeah,
same.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what I did for that is, you know how you got that circle area and then it's like right on the beach. I rolled out into the sea, swam out, and like swam.
No, that's what I did.
like, stealth swam
He's up
in.
on the dock, right?
No, this is the other one where it's like underneath the like he's like checking out all these stalls and stuff on the beach. There's another one that's on the dock as well.
Yeah, for that one I just swam out and pulled him into the water and then. left.
Okay, so for the dock one,
No, okay. There's one where you swam onto a boat and pulled a dude off, and then guards ran at you. They're like, "Hey, he's over," and they just fucking walked away from you. And it was like,
Did I save that?
"No, you were
Oh,
recording
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You were recording
okay,
it though,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you were doing something."
streaming it.
It's in the recording.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I hit share
It was just
afterwards.
like, it was
Okay.
like, oh my god.
Did you so for that one where he's on the boat or on the dock and you've got to save the two pirates? I ended up rolling over there. And
That was the one. That's the one he started.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that one there, what I ended up doing was I ended up killing every other guard that like had the pirates held hostage,
Oh god.
letting go of all the pirates, picking up a corpse, walking around to the other one, throwing the corpse down just inside the perimeter of like the no-go zone. All the guards just fucking ran to that corpse. Was like, he's dead. And just stood there while I walked behind and killed the dude. Worst guards ever.
But the part Ricio's talking about in that one is because there's the two guys like aiming the guns at the
Yeah.
pirates there, and so I swim up to the boat?
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
swam
what
up
I
to
did.
it, but he noticed you as you were coming. He's like, "Hey, you're." I should look out at the ocean.
But
again.
I killed the guys that were shooting.
Yeah.
And then guys ran over and were like, "Hey," and then I freed the guys, and then they ran away, and then the guy started like running away beside him, and it was just like,
Okay,
and then I walked up to him, and he was like, "Oh, there's the is!" And I killed him. So,
so those pirates I freed
Assassin's
got in a
Creed's a little
fight outside the area, and one of them died.
Oh god.
well, you still got the crew, right?
Yeah, I still got the crew,
Yeah.
but like the characters ran off, went and picked a fight with this patrol that was just happening outside there, and one of them died. So my pirate crew is a little bit handy capable.
I want to play so much more of that game. I haven't played it. I haven't even tried the multiplayer yet either. But
Neither have I tried the Eveline mission that comes with PlayStation stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Eh.
Um,
Just wait until you get
I
like
didn't finish it, but it's just like,
you're now just getting to the open seas part.
yeah, I'm doing the like. Here's
I
how
got-
you do different stuff as the boat.
Yeah, I got really
Riccio watched me crash into a fucking rock and explode my boat.
pretty good.
really. Don't worry,
Does the
I've
boat
done-
die? Oh no, it's not. Oh yeah, there it goes. It just fucking like sunk into the water.
So I ended up getting really deep into that, and I want to see if you get really deep into that too, because I ended up spending a lot of hours just boarding boats.
It feels like the stuff that they just put in there feels like Wind Waker.
Yeah, it does, and it fills that perfect like satisfying need for a pirate
It's like, I'm
game.
gonna sail over there. So you see what's up with that island. Well, there's
Yeah.
stuff on this island.
Hey, do you want this? Hey, look, that ship's pissed off at you. You should probably go fuck it up. Okay, ship. Like,
Can I? I want to.
great.
I want to say one thing about the map in that game. And every time I've put that game in while I've been casting, and I've shown the map to people, I get the same response of just like, "Holy shit!" Especially because like you get to Havana, and it takes a little bit. Like it's not huge. It's not a huge city, but it's
Yeah,
it's a
but
decent amount of time.
it's
And
like
then-
probably half the size of a standard Assassin's Creed city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you just
which,
kind of
which there's like 3 of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you hit map, and the game is like overall, like, it doesn't ever really load that I know of unless you want to fast travel and stuff. But you hit map, and then you zoom out, and you're like, oh man, this city is huge. And then it pops out, and it's just this little piece of shit corner on this fucking massive ass like map. You're just like, what the fuck?
like I've sunk 40 hours into that. I have not explored
Yeah.
like even half that fucking map. So I might even just say fuck it and get it on the PS4 and just kind of streamline myself a little bit to try and get into that, because it does look so significantly
At least
better on the PS4.
you might pull over your multiplayer progress.
Yeah, like I've totally done any multiplayer in
I
that
told
game.
you. Well, now it's gonna pull that over, all the none of it.
Well, if it pulled over my fleet, then I would be happy.
Maybe.
Because my fleet is filled with like
That might be
nothing but
stored on Uplay. That might be.
nothing but frigates
Also,
and a
you
couple
could
of schooners.
probably just like extract it from the Xbox game save and like.
Somehow poop it onto the PS4.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah. I got a question. So Assassin's Creed 4 is really good. We're really enjoying that for everything we've played so far. I know, Devin, you haven't played on the PS4 yet, but we're really enjoying it. I'm almost super fucking glad that Watch Dogs hasn't come out.
I wouldn't be able to
I think
handle
they would have
2
been
of those.
preoccupied with Watch
Yeah.
Dogs,
I
and would have been missing out on Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
there's no way to, oh, I'm going to play a little bit of Assassin's Creed. Oh, I'm going to play a little bit of Watch Dogs. Because
A little bit of Assassin's Creed turns into 3 hours
Yeah.
very quickly.
We're just like, I'm running. Let's get that.
Yeah.
Let's get that.
Just
Just
get
buy,
that?
I don't have enough money to buy this red coat.
Yeah.
This red coat.
okay, so
Skin this one more.
I got really
Have some
deep into the ship stuff, like I said before, and I boarded so many ships and robbed so many people that when it was like, hey, you've got upgrades, I could upgrade my ship to the point where I couldn't upgrade anything else until I progressed later on in the story. And I just like took a look to see how far in the story like you had to get those upgrades. It's like 3/4 of the way in. So I'm overtaking every other ship I'm coming into contact with now.
I know, Devin, you've talked about Assassin's Creed 4 a lot in the past casts, and we've only done a dry run of it before. That game, just like, if you're worried from what Assassin's Creed 3 was for like the build up and how that story starts, 4 just takes a huge shit on 3 and goes, fuck it.
You can still climb trees.
Yeah.
All right.
You can climb
Yeah.
trees, fuck everything else. You want to fight? You started off this game fighting. You got everything cool. You can be assassin, stab people. Here's a gun.
But it doesn't.
Boat, and then it's just like
Yeah.
go do whatever the fuck you want.
Well,
now. It's
what
like-
was the limitation on the guns? You have to reload them? Fuck it, have 2.
Yeah.
3, 4,
What-
6.
Four.
I
What,
don't
what's the
fucking-
first tutorial after? Get a third gun on you? Like it's like okay, sweet. This game is fucking. It's been 2 hours. We're in. Let's do
You
this.
want a crafting system? Oh wait,
I
you-
do love jumping onto a boat that you're boarding, just going like.
That is the most fucking satisfying feeling when you use the rope to swing over, stab the captain, like whoever's on the wheel, stab him in the throat, and then just start shooting crewmates
Oh,
around
when I
him.
board, I drive like T-bone up to the ship.
Okay.
And jump off the front of my ship. onto
See,
the
I
ship.
always do it right from the like wheel, and there's a rope that you can swing across over, but it always seems to align you up with like where the other captain is. So I just hit that rope, stab the other captain, and then just shoot everybody else around him, and it's like you've boarded and won. It's like, all right, I'm done.
So when I finished the tutorial and it told you can board the boat,
Yeah.
when you hit circle and you then have control over
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke. No, I don't know what the fuck his name is. Edward.
Edward Kenway.
Edward
Kenway.
And there was like a circle over like a gun that was nearby. I'm like, oh, that must be like the hook thing. So it must have took like 3 boats that I boarded to go up to it, and I kept shooting. I'm like, it's not shooting hooks until I realized I was just cannoning the shit out of the boat some more.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that NPC is shooting. Oh,
Okay, so you can
Oops.
actually use that
So-
cannon to fucking mess up all the crew before you can even do anything. And
Oh,
there
really?
have been lucky shots where like I've shot one cannonball and it's like you've boarded and successfully captured this ship because everybody was clumped together. So you can clearly just like you don't even have to go over if you really don't want to, but it's only got 5 shots. So you gotta be careful about that. What are you fucking doing?
everybody keeps talking about my hair for some reason. It's
All
too
right.
poofy. I'm sorry.
And some of the higher ships, like right now, you're boarding ones that like you have to kill 10 crew members. Some you have to like kill 20 crew members and 2 of these specialty guys, or you have to kill the 2 scouts that are on top of the mast, as well as 20 crew members. So like, there's different levels of difficulty for your boarding. And it's not just like roll in and kill 10 dudes. That's kind of like the easiest one you can do. So it gets really intense when you're like you're trying to get in and you have to kill 20 guys. It actually feels like a pretty long battle, and there's a lot of combat involved in that. So it's really satisfying when you actually take it over. I recommend it. That's what I do.
Assassin's Creed 4, you guys. You guys probably gonna hear a lot more of it since Dan and I are playing it too. So what else do we get here? We got
That's my kind of like, what am I going to play?
Yeah.
This. Assassin's Creed.
so Knack.
Knack.
I haven't touched it yet.
You haven't touched it? Dan and I played a little bit of co-op, and then I've gotten a little bit farther.
You punch things?
I punched thing.
And you jump and you punch things?
And
And
you
then
have,
you find walls so we punch through.
Punch through the walls.
And then we go get the chests in the walls, and then you unlock 18 billion items
Playing
and
that
complete
game,
the game.
co-op is like the only easy way to play through that game.
seriously?
Even with
No.
your 1,000 early
I haven't
start
actually unlocked
items.
anything with that yet. I've gotten all the items. I haven't completed one yet. But anyway, so Knack, before it came out, I was reading Reddit, and one dude or some people were saying Knack is like Dark Souls, and I was like,
Bullshit.
fuck, yeah, right. And I was saying that today on today's cast. I was playing more of it, but it kind of is in like the simplest form. If you go through Knack and you're just like rolling through, I'm on normal and I'm still dying a lot. But if you're just playing to roll through and just punch things, or do like your jumping Sonic roll thing that fucking sucks ass and does no damage and fails half the time and gets you killed, you're gonna die a lot. But if you walk into like a room and there's like 3 different enemy types, and you recall what their attack patterns are, and you wait to like bait them, so they come in, they do a slash, and then you hit that guy, and you wait, and you bait the guy goes to slash, you and you're dodging stuff. The game, like it's just this like a not in a bad way. It's just like a generic platformer, but for some reason the combat has like a weird little bit of depth, just to keep you on your toes so you don't die and have to restart at some pretty like almost Dark Souls style checkpoints.
Really?
Like you go back fucking far sometimes and you die and you're like, whoa. Because whenever, okay, so what happens is Knack is this little thing that collects runes or little pieces of things to get bigger. And when you get bigger, his health bar gets increased. And you punch things, you one-shot them. So at the start of the level, you're this teeny little Knack that if like an arrow hits you, you die. If you get like punched like once and you're stunned, you get hit again, you die. And it's super hard at the start. So you almost have to like really get to know everybody's attack pattern so you don't die. But as Knack grows and suddenly your fist fucking reaches across 3 different people and you take one hit and it shoves off like a little sliver, once you get there, then the game's just like a beat 'em up super easy.
Knack it up.
And hits a Knack and up.
Knack it up.
The game's a snack. So that was my first pun that I made with that game when I had it. But anyways, that game went from being like, it's a platformer to like, damn, this is fun. And it's another one of those games that kind of didn't get reviewed so good, but the story's kind of getting interesting. The game looks like, Dan, when we first started it, it didn't look so great.
There's some weird like focus on like the eyes and
Yeah.
the teeth and stuff, and it's like this.
And the art style's like cartoony, so
I
like
get
a lot
you're
of
going
things,
for cartoony,
yeah.
but you can do like a good like smooth looking cartoony
Yeah.
feel,
But
which this did not have.
yeah. But as you go through it, like I feel like the lighting gets better. The art style kind of comes through. There's a lot more
Yeah.
colorful stuff. There's some really cool looking environments.
That opening bright conference room area was like,
Yeah, that game gets slowly better and better and better as you go. And yeah, it's I don't know. It surprised me. It was the one that I was expecting to not wow me, just to be something to play. To be like, yeah, you know what, Mike Cerny or Mike is it Mike Cerny?
Yeah, it's
Mike Cerny.
Mark
Cerny.
Mark, and he was a short name. I was like, Mike sounds bad. Mark Cerny made it, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Kudos to you. I'll get your game that you kept talking about because Knack looked silly, and Knack is a great name for a game.
you know what
Yep.
I got instead of Knack because Devin's gonna so kindly lend me Knack.
Yeah,
Need for Speed.
Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Which I learned that you guys didn't really play Lego games like ever.
No, last
And
Lego game I played was in '95.
And Riccio doesn't know a fucking thing about Marvel. And
I know
hasn't seen the
some. I was
Avengers.
joking a little bit. There.
No, I want to end you.
But you haven't seen the Avengers.
No, I haven't seen the Avengers yet. Hold on, don't do it. I got this. I'll just keep talking about Lego.
Lego
It's
is
good.
good.
There's lots of quips.
Lots of
Iron
great
Man
puns.
Iron Man is after Riccio's heart.
Yeah, it truly is.
So many puns.
Kumar,
Hello, gents.
there you are.
How you guys doing?
Good, yourself?
Hey, audio chocolate.
Hello, fellow.
Person.
So Kumar, I need to know. I need
got
to. I need to know right now. Did
Yeah.
you actually buy 8 PS3s or PS4s?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I bought 2 more actually. Yeah,
8.
Oh, sorry. Well, you bought 2 more.
2 more. Yeah, 2 more today.
Are you a 10?
Can you send a picture so we can put it on the live stream?
There's.
Okay.
I actually won't be able to right now. I'll get one and then
Are
you
you
can
naked?
maybe post it up or something afterwards.
I don't.
Okay. I don't. How? Why? Why do you need 10?
Because I'm hoping that I'll be able to sell them off.
That's. 10 is so many. That's so crazy. As if.
That's
All right, well.
We
kudos-
can't find them anywhere else in the city right now.
Yeah,
right?
so
Like,
kudos
it's
to you
actually
for finding
really,
10.
really hard.
I want to say that. Good job.
how do you sell these? Who do you sell them to?
Last minute Christmas.
Well, I'm hoping that
changes.
I'll be able to get them.
Kijiji.
I'm hoping I'll just be able to get them off on like Kijiji or something. Yeah, it's not like I've got some ridiculous like black market
You
in my
should-
back pocket.
You should just drive up to lines tonight for the Xbox One, and whenever the like future shops and stuff, they're like, "You're number 51, so the next 10 of you, we're not gonna have enough consoles." You drive by, you're like, "PlayStation, PlayStation." You can
It's
go home
actually a
right
pretty good
now.
idea.
You can go home right now, half an hour before the store opens, for the same price you're
And
gonna
start
buy
playing.
that Xbox for. So $100 more. You can have this
Yeah.
PlayStation, and on top of that, I won't even give you any games. And he's like,
You can go all digital.
"Fuck this guy." He makes so
I am
much
selling
sense.
for 600
Yeah,
apiece.
he'll just throw money at you. Still be sad.
So you just like sell them on Kijiji to like shoppers?
Yeah.
At
Just-
like a
just-
raised
Yep.
price?
Real quick.
Yeah,
a
it's just 600
Feto in
bucks.
the chat makes a good point. Kumar should sell them to Brazil.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you
You
should
get
do
a couple
that.
grand.
I could
there.
actually. I could, given the fact that some of our developers are actually out of that country. So I mean, it'd
Oh.
be straightforward for me to do that.
Okay.
They're paying enough as it is, though, aren't they? Paying like 1,600 or something for their
1,900.
console.
Yeah.
1900. So you could sell them for 1,000 a pop and include shipping and handling at that cost. People
Yeah.
will buy them.
And guaranteed shipping and everything. Yeah, but see, customs and everything I think is very different over there.
Then
That's
take a
always-
take
Yeah,
a
they
flight.
won't let them through, and then Kumar will try sending a second one. Then they'll come to his house and stab him.
Take a flight to Brazil.
B Max
And then try to make the money back.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing these PS4s for LAN party.
Recreation.
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to see like a flip book of this, like Kumar like getting on the plane, you have a nice picture, like a selfie, and he gets to Brazil, and then suddenly
There's
he's
like
just
an angry-
bald. He's got the fucking Hawaiian shirt. He's got 2 guns on him. He's got he's just taking pills and alcohol now, and he's like, "This place changes people." It's Max Payne style. That was a Max Payne.
You're in the
joke.
Havana. You're in
Kumar
the
hasn't played Max Payne
slums.
3.
I thought we
Yeah.
gave it. I thought you gave it to him.
He never took
Oh,
it.
it's Devin that
Seriously?
you.
No, I own Max Payne
Who did you
3.
pass, Max?
And I offered it to Kumar
Dan
several
let
times.
me
Oh,
borrow
that's
it,
okay. So what's Kumar?
a while back.
Can you imagine Max Payne 3 on the fucking PS4?
Okay, that's.
Max Payne 4, PS4.
I want so many things to just be.
Game of the year 2015.
Fucking great.
Have you guys already spoken about hardware?
Yeah.
A
I'm
little
guessing
bit.
you probably.
A little
bit,
bit. Little
yeah.
bit.
Have you had? I just have a quick question. Have you had any problems with it in
No.
terms of
Nope.
just like weird bugs or?
Wait, so you bought 10. So there's
Mine-
a chance that point.
Have you had any problem with them?
my PS4 randomly
yeah.
deleted Need for Speed Rivals.
Oh, you have
overnight.
had a problem?
Jeez. I have. Yeah, I've had a couple of software issues.
What'd you do?
So I launched Sound Shapes
Okay.
Yeah.
and it froze at like the very like first screen. So not even
the
the
splash screen.
like
you mean?
start screen.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't even actually the splash screen. It was right before that. but
Well, I
could
mean,
hear the
like
music.
when you load up the game. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
meant-
it was
that meant
really
when you
weird.
load
Like
the
it froze in a spot that it shouldn't even really occur.
game. Okay.
And I had to actually unplug the console from the wall. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get out of it. And
Weird.
Actually, I've had one console crash that I had to unplug off the wall, but it just booted up fine after. It was totally okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It even gave me an error report that I could file for the game I was playing, which is cool.
Mine's all good except for
Yeah,
that
at least they're.
weird
I'm sure they're
Need for Speed
including that
deletion.
all over the place too. If people have problems elsewhere as well, I'm
Ev-
sure they've got little error reporting tools in there.
So, like I said, with Battlefield that's been crashing out, people have been like, you always get an error report every time it crashes out, and it came to like people going like, okay, like, so don't submit anything, to like, okay, I was playing multiplayer. Now I'm talking to people, I'm seeing people on like Reddit, they're just like, fuck you, EA. It's like just being written every time. I would hate to see what the crash reports. Just
Crash
just-
reports over time.
In terms
just
of
yeah,
like, how
from
many
day
they got.
one, just like you're going through it and just blanks to like people getting kind of pissed at it to just the hate
it's
speeches
just like the,
that are
the blank, like the regular text that fills
Yeah.
in or whatever.
yeah. And then it probably sucks to filter through those things right now, but
Mind you, I think that's what they have to do, right, to
Yeah.
fix it.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's new hardware. Like they probably need all the help they can get.
yeah, but so we pretty much okay. Oh no, so what happened when yours crashed? Was it okay? Like you just turned it back on and it was
Yeah.
all right? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it goes through the same thing that the PS3 does, where it says like checking hard drive for any issues, and
Checking
it
the
does this little
integrity.
progress bar for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Actually, I want to say it's integrity of the hard drive.
when that
Checking
loads
the
up,
integrity.
it looks like the PS3 firmware too, and it loads up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's a little bit smoother though.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
So what I think we should bring up next
Yep.
would be Resogun.
The best launch title, Resogun.
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 It really is. Yeah, I am inclined to agree with Dan.
Have you played it, Kumar?
I'm
Have you
playing it right
played
now as we speak.
Oh shit. Oh wait, hold on. So before we talk about Resogun, well, okay,
Yep.
we can talk about it too. The remote play stuff on the PS4, fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, so good.
It's limited to 30 frames per second, but it has pretty much no
Works.
lag.
Doesn't matter. You're not going to notice that on the fucking Vita anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But it looks really good. It has like virtually no lag from what I can tell when I'm playing. I only had lag when I walked into my kitchen. It was like skipping some frames and the audio was a little bit delayed. But like,
That was. I
was
mean, you planned that
going-
though, right?
well, that was like through a wall and 2 fridges. So I'm sure there's some shit going on with fridges that it just does not want to compete with.
Does
Well,
not
there's also
agree.
the if you uncheck the little like connect directly to PS4 option,
Use
you
wireless.
connect
and-
through the router
yeah.
and then you'll
and my
do
router's
better.
not so great. So
Is
But,
that actually what it is? I want to ask you guys because I don't even really know what that option
Yeah.
does. Like what the
It
difference
means
is.
that like if you're local with your PlayStation, do you want it to
Yeah.
do like a direct link with the PlayStation 4, which can be handy when you
Yeah.
are offline
Mm.
because it's not if
Okay.
neither of them are connected to anything, or
Yeah.
if you have that box unchecked, it'll connect like through your router.
Yeah.
The way the
Oh.
like the Vita did with the PS3 and stuff.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
local only one is an actual ad hoc.
Yeah, it's
network.
a direct connection between the Vita and the
Yeah.
PS4. Sorry.
But anyways,
Cool.
that stuff works really well. So Resogun.
Not on my 3G, unfortunately.
Yeah, not
I'm probably actually having a problem because of that then. Because right now I have it set to connect directly,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's not working very well.
Okay.
No, you want it. That's
Yeah, that's a good one.
You just can't be far
Yeah,
away.
but I'm kind of curious as to why it's.
Hmm.
Oh, you can't be far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that explains it then. Maybe that's the issue that I was having.
But yeah, so Resogun. That game,
Fantastic
free
game.
for PlayStation Plus. Anybody who picks up a PlayStation,
Actually, also well worth the $15
It's-
if you're
yeah,
not
it's-
a Plus subscriber.
it's $15, but
Fucking, it's worth the $50.
so get this: you get your PlayStation 4. You're like, hey, Resogun's for free, but I have to pay $15 if I don't have PlayStation Plus. Your PlayStation 4 comes with a month, so hey, you get Resogun for free for 1 month. It also comes with $10. So say if you don't want to use PlayStation Plus, you can then get it for $5. And Resogun is fucking fantastic.
It's a real good game.
It really is.
I did not know that game had online 2-player co-op.
Oh,
And
really?
not local, but even better because
Jeez.
I don't know that.
It works well too.
The game's really good. It's okay. What that
Yeah.
game is a side-scrolling kind of Geometry Warsy
Defender.
sort of defender. Yeah. So lots of shit. Bullet hell almost. It's a shmup. Shoot 'em up. It's real
Looks
good.
real good.
It looks real good. It uses voxels to like
Voxels.
explode cubes. Just explode everything in the environment. If you explode, it does like an explosion that like rips part of the environment. And cubes
Yup.
flying everywhere.
It lots of
Basically taking
pixels.
advantage of all the crazy particle effects of the PS4.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it never skips a
looks
beat
so
in frame rate. It's just explosions and craziness going on and speed and
So
just
good.
humans dying.
It's actually kind of funny too if you play it with a buddy. It's actually really funny because myself and Dan played yesterday or last night
for
rather.
like a weird amount
And,
of time.
Oh yeah.
Just to see a buddy like zoom by is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, just like you're like slowly making your way down to this human, like gonna go pick it up, and then your co-op partner just like flies by, picks it up. Yeah, it's just good
Dan
stuff.
did that so many times. It's hilarious.
Because I was playing the Nemesis while we were doing our veteran run,
Oh okay.
and so I've got super boost, which can get me like around the whole map basically. So he'd always be like working his way towards the human. I just got it.
So should we talk about who you guys are in a race to see who can get platinum first to give each other $5 and
Wait,
not hit me in the
Actually,
face?
it's no longer even really a race. I should just throw this out. It's no longer even a race. I'll have this platinum by the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I know he will.
So then
He already got
I
the
just-
master,
I
which
just
means
powered
he's
through- I
already
powered through the last
skilled
two,
enough
that were
to
holding us
do the
back.
stuff.
then
Yeah.
you guys definitely don't need to hit me in the face.
I think you should.
That was
No,
part
it's
of the
still happening.
bet.
That's part of the bet.
That's
though.
not part of
I
the-
feel
no,
like
he
you
said
should
it's not a-
donate this
oh,
hit
it's not
to
a race.
me.
Yeah, hit him in the face.
No.
Devin wants to hit in the face.
Let me hit Riccio
No,
in the face.
Devin gets to hit in the face.
I have military combat gloves that are weighted with lead on the knuckles
God.
that I could strike
Are you
him
gonna
with.
fucking knock my head off? Knock my block off?
They're wonderful. I could get the other set that's filled
Kumar,
with
how many
ball
trophies do you have
bearings.
left?
3.
And are they the save people on 3, 4, 5?
So 2 of them are save human or save all the humans in the level,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then one of them is save all humans, which they're kind of tied. So
Yeah. By getting both the
It's
other
not
one.
like- I think-
you'll get the other one.
I.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I'm not sure about if that save all humans is get all humans in
is
one run,
run.
or if it's just
Yeah.
like you've saved all the humans on each of the maps.
Oh man.
If it's save all humans in one run, I'm not doing it. That's just not gonna happen.
I don't think it's that. don't think
I
it's
hope it's that now.
But it's
I think it
it's in a
would've been
different
that.
spot on the trophy list from the other ones.
that.
That's what makes me think that it actually
Yeah.
is different.
No, I
And
agree.
also,
You're-
it's
you're right.
super ultra rare. Like it's it and the master difficulty are the 2 rarest trophies.
Oh really?
Weird.
It's probably one run then.
Weird.
We'll find out soon enough.
We'll know by the end of the podcast.
Like it's rarer than any of the individual save all the
The little
humans on
one.
a level
Yeah.
by like a
You know what
large
it could be
margin.
though? It could be because you have to save them in all the levels, right? So if people are having a really hard time on one level, that could be why they don't have it.
Maybe.
So Kumar, I'm
That's
going to
good.
end up giving you $5. I
And
think.
punching Devin in the face.
Nope.
But
I'm
guess
Devin,
what?
you-
But guess what? I got
What?
you to buy a PS4.
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. That,
No, Dan. You got him to
This is
buy
true.
10 PS4s.
Yeah.
Can we go back? Can we go back like 2 podcasts ago where Kumar was like, "I'm gonna wait a year. I'm gonna wait a year."
Yeah,
to-
I'm
I
gonna
just
wait
bought
a year.
10.
I bet him on a platinum run, and he bought 10 PS4s.
Kumar, can you know every
Well,
Four-
actually,
four
I
grand.
should say this though. I should say this. Dan was actually kind enough because I was looking anyways, and
Yeah.
Dan was kind enough to give me a heads up that the Rito Center store had one in stock or had
Yeah.
some in stock. So
and then
A
it's
buddy of mine
rolled in
from
with-
work was there buying Call of Duty, and
rolled
he
in with a
said-
bunch of Apple buddies.
Yeah.
So
Was it limited to one person? Is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kumar, could you do us a favor before you actually sell off those consoles? Could you like?
Sure.
Actually, no. It sounds really disgusting.
Make a
now.
throne.
Yeah, make a throne,
okay,
please.
that's a better one. Yeah, sure. Why not?
What were you
That
gonna
is a good
do?
one.
No.
What were you gonna do?
It sounds really dirty coming from me though.
Okay,
I was gonna say like, okay, you know what? Whenever you get those artsy pictures of like, let's
Yeah,
just
well,
say
you can stop now.
normally
You
it's
can
like
stop now.
gamer
You can stop
chicks
now.
where you'd have like
You can stop now.
controllers
You can
blocking
stop now.
things.
You can stop now.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
a Kumar
You can stop
picture with just PlayStation's just I don't know the word.
Covering his body.
Sure. But I don't want to see any of Kumar. I just want that picture to be sold for money. And then we could fund us.
I hate you.
More
I
PlayStation.
hate you so much.
Do you know
Kumar,
why
we
he
want
hates
to
you?
use
Because he's
you.
gonna fucking do it.
Really? We get the
Yeah,
money
I'll
though?
do
No. Can we win off of your
Can we
PlayStation
exploit
body?
your body for money?
I wouldn't put in those words. We'd get arrested.
It's only if you solicitate.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah.
Ha! Englished. Lawyered. I've been watching way too many cop shows lately. Are you a cop, man? You don't actually have to tell me that.
Objection.
Actually, can we talk about Sompy for a sec?
Sure.
I love how as soon as it came out, Sompy just fell off the grid.
Yeah,
As soon as the PS4 was
Dan and I are
you're-
just like,
you're-
holy shit, this is crazy. Look at the fucking PlayStation. Devin just silence. Just radio silence.
Like an entire day.
Yeah. I don't know where.
The
PlayStation's
best-
good.
didn't
We
hear
heard
it
from him
well.
the next morning.
The best part is, Kumar called me and was like, hey, buddy.
Yeah. I
You
called to check
okay?
in on him.
It's like, yeah, man, I'm all right. I haven't left the house yet. I'm going to go out for a walk with my girlfriend.
It's the husk.
Just put pants on.
Every move just cracking like.
Well, the worst part is I had to work that night at like 3 a.m.
Oh, God.
So I was debating on just staying up the whole night. I ended up going to sleep for about 3 hours, but I woke up and that day just kind of allowed me to do my work and like play at the same time.
Oh.
So it's just this like,
That well.
it's just like in a morning meeting, just like playing Resogun. It's like, Devin, it's your turn. I'm like, oh, sorry, 1 second. Just like paused it, clicked on my mic. Yeah, so we're, these tickets I'm talking about this. And then it's just like, as soon as I was done talking, mute went back on. I was like, all right. It's really bad.
And that was that.
Yeah. I forgot to eat that day.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I want to say that
Shit.
there's
Just
been a lot,
realized that.
there's a lot of games that have come out recently on PC that we've played, and a lot of games that have come out on like the PS3 or the 360 that we've played. That were really good, like generally good. Like we had like Last of Us recently and stuff. But I feel like since the PlayStation's come out and I've sat down and done like ridiculous play sessions with most of these games, that I haven't had as much fun playing games as I have been in the past like week, let's say.
It's
I
the
don't know if you guys
discovery.
I don't know if you guys have the same feeling.
Yeah, I
just
was
like
gonna say, it's that new console feeling.
yeah, like I just feel
There also
so
might
happy.
there
to play
also
these
might
games.
be that like literal shot of adrenaline
Yeah.
from that cast.
Oh man, yeah, we didn't even really talk about that. That was
Watching you on that cast was like watching a puppy freak out. Because you were just like, I just
okay. I'm gonna give you
It's
guys.
just-
I'm gonna give you guys a play-by-play. So Friday morning at 8 a.m. I roll up to the Future Shop. I go. I get my PlayStation 4. I get home. It's 9 o'clock, and I told everybody, okay, second I get home, I'm gonna hit the cast. I put the box on the table, rip my fucking coat off, rip my sweater off because it was hot as hell in the house.
rip your pants
I
off.
took my pants off, put my pants back on. I was like, wait, I can't do this. I'm going to be on camera. I have the PlayStation 4 set up. I start my cast. I put music on. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, okay, all right. I'm so excited. And then I kind of had like the same 20 people that like the 20, 30 people that I always get for my cast. And they were coming in. And I was like, yeah, you guys showed up. Sweet. What's up? Like, we're going to have so much fun. I'm going to show you guys some PlayStation. You guys are in for a treat.
And I was on my way over to join in on this with those 20 people.
So I was just listening to music and I'm like, okay, my intro's happening. There's a camera on the thing. I'm like, I'm going to get some water. I come back. It says like, okay, I'm at 50, 60 people. I'm just like,
That's interesting.
okay, cool. All right, sweet. We're having a few more people. Awesome. And then by the time I flip off the music and I'm just sort of fading into my cast and I'm talking to people and the view count's like 100 people. I'm like, okay, I haven't busted 100 in a while. This is okay. This is pretty sweet. And as my like 20 minute unboxing went on, I had hit like the 300, 400 people mark.
Yep.
And I was just like, holy fuck, there's no way this is happening. This is ridiculous. And I felt really happy because I've been casting for 5 years and I've never gotten like a decent break. Like I've had it happen just randomly here or there.
Your Fright Nights were pretty popular.
My Fright Nights are pretty popular until I stopped them because
Well, you kind of ran out of horror games.
I ran into horror games, but also I don't.
Couldn't sleep.
I enjoyed rewatching myself getting scared and stuff, but I never enjoyed being.
Well,
scared.
and also, I mean, you did play the best horror game ever made, Eerie. So,
Oh, yeah.
like, you can't really follow that up.
But my favorite Friday nights was having you guys over, having somebody over, so it was a fun experience. Like, yeah, tonight we're gonna get scared, it's gonna be funny. But anyways, point is, other thing. So by the time I was done, I was one of the only streamers to have something that worked past HDCP, so you could actually see the UI, you could see everything. So what I did is I invited anybody to come to the channel and ask any questions, whether it was like, go check out sizes for things, go check out the audio settings. I figured out that, hey, you can shoot out HDMI sound and optical sound at the same time, like old school consoles. I don't know that for the Xbox One yet, and I'm hoping the hell you can. And just
Tune in at 8 tomorrow.
yeah, 28 tomorrow. I just kept like trying to try everything. Somebody's like, hey, send a message. Can you do party chats across console? Like just get some shit. Like everybody was just suggesting some really interesting stuff, and it was awesome. And by the time I was done doing all that UI stuff and I went into a game, I was like about to bust 1,000 viewers, and like
You did.
I did for one quick little second. I was on the front page for Twitch for a while. Like it was
You were on and off the front page of Twitch. all
yeah,
day.
but it was
It wasn't just once, man. It was it happened a couple times.
But what's crazy is that having streamed for so long, I don't even know how to put this, like the words probably. Having streamed for so long, and when I got banned before, I was just starting to get like more people, and it's not, to me, streaming is not about being like huge in numbers, but I like having a community of people that we can talk to and have fun, and it kind of gives more people in the chat the chance to talk to each other and find some funny shit. Like there's more people in the cast tonight for the podcast, and everybody's making funny ass jokes about my hair, and it's just like the enjoyable. Like it's not them having to watch the podcast and just listen to us talk. Like there's some fun happening to the chat amongst themselves. Like I like having more people together that can have fun. So anyways, finally getting a break of a ton of people watching was kind of like just this exhilarating experience of like, holy shit, this is kind of awesome. But
What's gonna happen again tomorrow, man?
well, that'd be cool. But what I want to say, and what I thought was absolutely amazing say I had like 500 people for most of the day. What I found crazy is I managed to get 500 people who are some of the nicest, and I'm not just trying to sit on people's faces and be like, yeah, you guys are so good. I'll sit on people's faces.
Sit on them?
I don't
What the fuck did you just say?
I didn't want to say that. Okay, words come out of my
Having
mouth.
them.
They've learned from my cast. My words
It
are
was
terrible.
either sitting on their faces or shitting on their faces.
I got sitting. I think Dan got
I was
shitting.
just say sit here, and I don't even remember the way the sentence was gonna go, but
You're
everything.
gonna shit on their faces.
I was gonna shit on some people's faces. Okay, no, I don't remember what the hell my sentence was going. Being able to sit here and I don't even remember where I was going with
And
this.
shit on people's faces all day. Hey, come here,
Is that
ask
what we're
questions
gonna
about
call
PlayStation 4? Why don't you put your face up to this webcam?
I'll shit on it.
Let me shit on.
I think what he
You're
was
an
trying to
asshole,
say was he really enjoyed
I really-
having all those wonderful
No,
people
no.
in his channel
There was okay, so I had 500 people, and I was able to sit here.
without shit being involved at all in this process.
Let's go back and try this again. Having 500 people here and be able to sit down and talk to everybody and not have any like assholes. There was some people who were nice.
That
and
were shitting on people's faces.
There was just one ass.
I can see how my train of thought was fucked up there. But anyways, no.
Shit
there-
asshole
no, but-
people's
hold on.
faces.
Hold on. To be super serious right now, you guys.
Super serious shitting?
I will hold on. Just
Do you need me to lay down?
yes. There was 500 people watching, and I managed to get 500 awesome people. Like everybody was talking amongst each other. I was strictly saying like, let's not have a console war. Every console is gonna be awesome. Let's not have a console war. And everybody, like somebody would come in and be like, yo, the Xbox One's gonna be way better than this piece of shit. And then everybody would be like, oh no, like just being super calm about it and just talking. And then suddenly just conversations would happen. There was awesome questions. The chat wasn't being spammed by like dongers stuff or like just really dumb shit. People were just actually talking and having like, it looked like a genuinely good time. And it was super friendly and awesome. I was like, I don't know how I did this, but I managed to somehow attract just super friggin' awesome people who I will not shit on their faces. And it was great. I don't know. I had
or sit.
or sit on their faces. It was great. I don't know where my brain went, but
I don't want either of those.
anyway.
Never watching your stream
There
again.
was like, I don't
Anyway.
know. That's the first time that I've ever heard
Heard
you
me
like
fuck that up?
fuck
Dude.
ups that fucking hard.
It was
then
my
laugh.
the
'Cause
emotions.
normally it's like I understand like
Yeah.
what you were going for, but that time I was like, "There's no way out of this."
like,
I
how
was
do you do
still
this?
so excited about last
So
Friday.
great people, fucking shit everywhere, fucking all over faces. Like, what? What?
I don't know what happened there. I honestly, my
What?
brain blitzed. I don't know
Cranked.
what happened. But
I don't even think it would have been much better.
Cranked. Hey, Kumar. Kumar,
Yep.
are you gonna play Cranked with us?
I don't know
Cranked.
what crank is.
Cranked.
But anyway, yeah. see,
Kumar.
now we get some dongers. But no, the thing
Yeah.
is like
Crank.
it was a great Friday. It was an absolutely great
I
Friday.
still don't know what crank is.
Shut
dude.
up. You
It's
don't need to
it's
know.
a Call of Duty
You
mode.
can
That's
yell it all
awesome.
you want. But
Why don't you
I'll
join the
come over there.
podcast on time?
Yeah. Drunk.
I was waiting.
to be
No
fair-
one texted me.
You didn't text us.
You didn't. Yeah. What is this? What are we, your mates?
was-
Supposed to
Just
be-
because you have 10 PlayStation 4s doesn't mean you can shit on our face.
That's not going to be the podcast title, you guys. It's not.
It's for sure gonna be the podcast.
Who do you think you are, Riccio? He's the only one allowed to shit on people's faces. Fucking everyone's being polite and there's some asshole shitting on someone. I can just keep going with this, Riccio.
Zombie, didn't someone shit on your store when you were working?
Yeah, that was probably fucking Riccio. Did you come to
say, was that
Did you shit on that store?
That's why there was the face-shaped hole in it. There was a dude there.
fucking just shitting.
good, Riccio, man?
I've
Do you use
never-
laxatives?
Even I've never fucked up that bad. Like people, I mean, like in that wording that just,
Eat a lot of prunes.
I could feel it in my brain, just like skip to the next sentence. You're gonna say sit, and then super. Want me to say shit, and then just skip all the rest of the information you're trying to tell. Anyway,
Man, I got some really bad just like jokes queued up that I'm not gonna pull Riccio and I'm just gonna leave alone.
anyway,
Diarrhea.
The PlayStation 4.
it's pretty fantastic.
It's if you will,
is pretty
Sony has taken the consumer market and spread its ass cheeks
Okay.
and spread
no.
and spread the love of the PS4
In all fairness, there's some
on our faces.
there's some
our
weirdness.
eyes even.
There is some weirdness with the
I'm
UI
wiping away
Okay, no more of that, Devin. We're done for tonight. For
the wonderful
What were you
bliss.
saying, Riccio? What were you saying?
Good job.
The UI. Your
No, the UI is actually
silence me.
the UI is actually pretty good on the PS4. Except for I think there's a few things that I can't wait to see, and even from what I've seen from the Xbox One from videos pre its
see?
release,
Yeah.
I'm excited to just see the changes that we're gonna get, and like because the PS3 never got like a huge overhaul. It just got like trophies introduced, and it got a few things changed.
Yeah.
The Xbox
You know
One
what though? I actually don't like the UI.
of the PS3 or the PS4.
No, on the PS4.
So that's what I mean. Is like it's good, but the more games you start getting, the more stuff. It's just like a horizontal line, which loads pretty fast now since they put
Yeah.
out a new patch. But
Too much. It's like too much in one direction, and I get that they're doing that so that you can not. I was gonna say spread, but
I've ruined this whole podcast. I'm so sorry.
You gotta spread that game love
yeah.
all
No, I
over
was
the
gonna say,
face
I
of the
think it's so that they can
continent.
control. They just want to control the fact that you can move things lower and higher, like you can go vertical or horizontal kind of thing. But right now we don't have an option. Things. You're such a loser.
I'm a loser.
Um,
I'm not the one causing a disturbance of the peace. Put your
Oh my
underwear
God.
back on.
but yeah, no. What I want to say is I can't wait to see the next iteration of the Xbox One and the PS4's little kind of like the HUD change or the EOS change or the dashboard, anything. Because I mean, right now they put these out to kind of be to make these consoles what they wanted, sort of like being able to get into multiplayer fast, to be able to load games fast, to be able to find things fast, to be able to like the PlayStation has a huge change in the way things are shown compared to the PS3. Like it's easy to get to your profile, it's easy to get to your messages, to invite people, to voice chat, to go through your games, to change settings without quitting out of your
I
games.
like that it's the way, this kind of minimalistic way that it's organized. It's like
Yeah.
all your apps are down here. Everything else is just like these menu options.
But you know how you can push up to go to that special thing?
Yeah.
I wish it was like no matter what, if you push up, it goes to the settings. But I wish you could like go down to like apps, games, movies, or like like just
That's
weird
true.
shit.
I don't like how it keeps updating like Crunchyroll and like whatever else I have in there. It's like TV and videos at the front.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
no, put it.
So I'm excited to see what's going to change because now they're getting everybody's feedback of like, okay, cool, you've got all the features. Now we're going to tell you how often we use them or where do we want them or how do we want to access them. And then they get a whole year of both the Xbox One and the PS4 of hearing like, oh, we hate this feature. Oh, we really like this feature. We hate this. Oh, I didn't even know that existed. Or where the fuck do you find that? Like that QR code for the Xbox One. No one knows what it is. You just kind of yell it out.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that I can't wait to hear what all the feedback is going to do and then see that next UI change where it's just going to be like, holy shit, everything we've been talking about, you just made that super easy to access, or you just like, oh, that feature that we were missing, that's totally in there and it's super easy to get to. Like just these consoles seem like they're going to be really easy to update and change easily. So I can't wait to see what they're actually going to change and how it's going to look and how easy it's going to be to navigate and go to do things. But for where it is right now, everything's fast enough and awesome enough to be super. I don't know about the Xbox One yet, but with the PlayStation 4, it's really easy. I love being able to back out of a game, go check something really quick, and then double tap and just be right back into the game. With
Yeah, it's pretty
no
quick.
loading time.
I feel like it's like kind of weirdly like the feeling I got on the Vita,
Yeah.
but it's like none of that
Yeah.
stops.
Yeah.
And that's like, you could just be connected in an online game in Resogun and just like, let's just check trophies while we're in the middle of this game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And it's something. It's great. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do.
Would you say it offers a wide spread?
It's the shit. Let's
Great.
face it. It's the shit.
I'm glad you're embracing this.
And that's the podcast, everyone.
Yeah. No. But yeah, that's pretty much. I don't know. I don't have anything else to really talk about this week.
I played some more Nether. I sunk a lot of time into that. I'm at like 50 hours.
I think you're the only person who's played a non-PS4 game this week.
Yep. Though
I played more Pokemon. I started I loaded
I
it.
played more Persona.
I loaded it, and then I was like, "Fuck, am I doing? I'm gonna get him play some more
Kumar
PlayStation."
finished Persona.
And I
true.
yeah, you finished. That was last week though. wasn't it?
Yeah.
No,
no,
he
I
actually
actually finished it this
finished it.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's good.
Damn.
That game can end in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I actually went back and I
He-
looked at some of them.
he
So
obtained the true ending.
Dan,
I did, yes.
you will be proud of me today. So I have a lot of stuff in my global inventory, and today, instead of killing people on site, though I did kill some people on site, when I noticed they had a green backpack, which is like the newbie backpack,
Yep.
I would shout in voice chat, "Hey, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you," and then I would give them a gun and say, "Don't shoot me," and walk away, and they'd always be like, "Man, thanks, Sompy's great," or like something like that. And I'm giving away pretty good games, or sorry, pretty
I
good
just had a
guns.
seizure. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
distracted.
that honestly almost made me lose my train of thought.
You did. You said games.
Yeah, I did say games.
Just
Give a good gun.
Sitting on their faces.
I don't know why I said that.
Only one guy, after I gave him a gun, tried to kill me, and I ended him pretty quickly.
You see him raise up the gun. It's like, wrong decision, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, no, it it legit was like
Battle axe,
I gave
okay.
him an Uzi, and I was giving away full stacks of 9mm ammo with every Uzi, and like that takes a while to find a full stack of ammo, and I'm just handing him out like chiclets because I killed one dude who stupidly was carrying around 10 stacks of 9mm ammo, and so I gave it to this dude, and I see him load the gun and like just like partially put the Uzi up. I was like, no, wrong decision. Just shotgunned him once in the head and was like, collect my stack back, take all your stuff. All right, we're done. Just like walked away. Was not a happy
They'll
camper.
never
with me.
learn
Yeah.
until you sit on their face.
I love how Snoppy every so often goes through this motion where he just gets really nice to people online.
Yeah.
And if you do something to disrupt that, he comes back with a vengeance.
I
Then it
only
gets
okay.
great.
There was only one guy today that I hunted down. That was it. Because I was trying to give a gun to somebody.
Just one human being. That's it. That's
in,
all.
In game.
Yeah, in game. So
we
was
lost him.
I was I was giving this gun to a newbie, and a sniper shot rang out, and the newbie died in front of me. And I looked at what the dude's name was, and I typed in all chat, "You're mine." And the dude responded back with, "Fuck you. Who do you think you are?" 10 minutes later, tracked that fucker down, and I killed him. And then I tracked him down again and killed him again, and he left the server. Because people who I had given guns to were calling out where he was. It was
That's
great.
awesome.
I had a network to help me track down and kill this guy.
Wow.
I feel like you're going to start a war in this game.
His name was Whistle. So Whistle, if you're listening, I'm fucking coming for you again.
He's gonna sit on your face. He is gonna sit on your face.
Yeah.
Um.
It was great. I don't know. That game is like slowly absorbing my life. It's really bad. But I've reached this point where I now have 5 military backpacks, and I don't know where to go up from there. I don't know what else to do.
Make a new account.
You know what?
Don't.
I could use a bank.
Don't. $30 for a bank is not worth it, Devin.
All of this Devin stuff in the chat just reminds me of that random
Devin
fucking
the Duck
hashtag.
and- yeah.
Devin the Duck.
What is this?
Yeah.
Devin the Duck. Hashtag.
Devin the Duck.
Devin has no fear. Yes, I do not.
He wrote hair.
I don't see. Oh, I thought there was a fear. Damn. I do have hair, actually. I have longer hair than everyone here.
He was wearing a hat. That's why they're saying it.
Oh, this is a hat.
Yeah, it's. But he only takes it off when he's spreading. Doesn't want to get anything in it.
News, you guys. Unless Kumar, have you played anything else you'd like to talk about?
Nope, just Persona and
I'm gonna
going through
design this.
New Game Plus on that.
Is Persona 4 the best JRPG you ever played?
It is, yes.
Is
Mind
Perso-
you,
Yeah.
I haven't played very many, but
Is Persona 4 the only JRPG you'll ever play? Again, is that it?
Yep.
That's
yep,
it.
I'm never gonna play another one.
Great.
Did you guys hear about that website that they're like, hey, in November, it's 24th, something,
Skin said it was fake.
Persona? And then Atlas, it got apparently the registrar for it says that URL's going to change to Persona 5 and Atlas trademarked it. Or something.
Oh, seriously?
Apparently, so Persona 5 or something.
I thought Skin said it
Jeez.
was fake.
It was apparently, but I think a day ago they kind of came up again and be like, okay, shit, this might be real. So we're gonna find out, I guess, whenever that time. I think it's 26th of November, 24th.
Well, I'll play Persona 5, that's for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Also,
don't even think I would do that.
yeah. So since we're moved on somewhat to news, someone was mentioning earlier that apparently everything Crash Bandicoot, which was owned by Activision, suddenly just vanished off the Activision website. So
Seriously?
apparently Activision no longer has the rights to it, and people have been talking about Sony and Crash Bandicoot. Sony might have bought it back.
Huh.
No one knows.
Interesting.
No one knows. That'll be crazy though.
That'd be awesome.
Did you just memorize the news?
No, someone mentioned it.
Oh, that wasn't part of it.
But I saw it today. I have really weird news. It's this week. There's been just a lot of just
Why
random
even
shit.
talk
coming
about
up.
that next week?
Yeah.
after
No,
the
yeah,
game and stuff?
but I just brought this up to talk about this. But yeah, a lot of news this week has been minimal. I wasn't able to actually pay attention to much of it because I was always playing PlayStation. But also a lot of stuff that came out was directly like, oh, this game's frame rates, whatever, gonna get a patch, or this coming out, all the Xbox One, here's some UI stuff. There was a lot more just information coming out than like, hey, here's some important stories. But for stuff on Xbox One, I'm gonna wait till it's in my hand before spouting a whole bunch of garbage that I don't
Tomorrow,
really fully know about.
8 a.m. Eastern.
But yeah, some pretty cool stuff with that. Yeah, some kind of cool important stuff for some people is if you're in North America, check your emails because there is an Elder Scrolls Online closed beta invite being popped out to pretty much a large group of people. You have to be in the United States. It's not available in Canada for some reason. And if you receive a key, they've been like super strict about this. If you give that key to someone else and it's not like the IP that gets it that you before
Doesn't
and
work?
you did it, they'll like ban you straight up or they won't let you.
Oh,
If you're like the IP that you're logging into is like not in the America region that they're testing in because of where they picked, you'll get banned and all that stuff. Like they're super strict and they're like saying, hey, if you like people on Twitch were like, oh dude, I got a key, we'll do some giveaways. If you give away that key, you're banned. Like, just fuck it. Like, just if you get one, it is yours, and you have to keep it or something. It's just I don't know why.
That's weird.
That's really
I've never heard it be
intense.
so strict, but it's pretty intense.
Maybe that game is shit.
But the cool thing about this is everybody's like, yeah, Xbox One on Friday, yeah. Elder Scrolls Online's closed beta starts on 6 p.m. Friday, so at 6 p.m. on Friday.
It's a poor choice.
So people are like, no, I'm gonna get home from work and get my Xbox, and no, what am I gonna do? Got choose.
Play your
will-
Xbox.
Yeah, play your
Yeah,
Xbox.
I would.
Because the beta's probably gonna be really tough to get into anyway. So there's that. Grand Theft Auto Online got a kind of patch-ish thing called the Beach Bum update. It also included patch 1.06, which seems to be fixing a lot of glitches and stuff. Also, apparently, since the next gen has come out and that Call of Duty has come out and Battlefield has come out, a lot of people have moved away from Grand Theft Auto Online. So now it's just like some core group of cool people or something.
Cool.
So maybe it could be fun to go back, less exploding. The patch also did some stuff like, you know how we were talking about going around and blowing up your friends' cars and such, and you would go, oh, you're a bad sport. Blowing up enemies' cars no longer, it still gives you bad sport, but it's been significantly reduced, so you don't have
It's
to
not
just worry about like,
crazy.
yeah, I don't just ram your car, it explodes, and then be like, oh, you're a bad dude, you can't play with these people. I think it's like you have to repeat that a fuck ton of times.
All right,
And
that's
just actually
that's
be
good.
an asshole.
That's good.
There's also some other stuff. They tried to change the leveling to like the experience and the money you gain to being how long a mission takes, as well as now if you fail missions, you still get a generous amount of experience and money back, and some other stuff to kind of help getting up in levels a bit better. Also, if you do like a team deathmatch, if you're on the losing team, you still get a good amount of points. You don't just have like fucking nothing and $50.
Shit.
Which is good. Some random news. I want to talk about this. So Twitch on the Xbox One, there's going to be an app for it at launch. But it's only going to allow you to watch streams. It won't let you stream from the Xbox One at launch. That's going to be coming apparently early next year or end of this year. But
What's the reasoning? Network issues?
they
you
said
think?
that they weren't excited. They weren't happy with the quality they were getting from it.
Okay.
But what's cool about the Twitch app on Xbox One, what's kind of cool, is it's going to have achievements. And the Xbox One website talks about a few of them. Some of them are kind of neat. There's like Night Owl, which is watch a stream like overnight, like really late into the night. There's an interesting one that's like watch a stream with 100,000 simultaneous viewers. So it's going to be like tuned into a tournament or something. But there's some really cool achievements that kind of make me happy. And they're
like hipster one.
the hipster one, the Talent Scout, which are two of them. One is watch 1 hour of live Twitch channel of a live channel on Twitch that has 10 or less viewers. Another one is watch 10 hours of a channel that has 10 or less viewers. I think that's kind of cool because if people are achievement kind of whoring, you're going to go into the Twitch app and you're going to look for the people who aren't as popular, and maybe you'll find some cool people. That might give people the chance to actually find some pretty interesting channels. So that's kind of cool. But other than that, there's some just normal achievements like, hey, watch 10 hours, watch 100 hours.
Do you think they're going to let you watch PS4 streams on the Xbox One?
Apparently, so there's some weird stuff. I'm not exactly sure. Some people were saying, oh, you can only watch Xbox One related streams on it. And then other people were saying, oh, you can just watch any stream on it. So I'm sure you'll be able to watch everything, because if they're asking you to get an achievement with 100,000 people, no offense to Xbox, I don't think there's going to be like an MLG tournament that is strictly Xbox only. That's not going to have other stuff that's going to be allowed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I think it's going to have everything. Also in the screenshot, they show games such as League of Legends, Call of Duty Ghosts, and Minecraft, which 2 of those are also on Xbox, but League of Legends is not.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. League of Legends, Xbox One.
No. Oh Jesus. But yeah, it seems pretty neat. It's kind of cool. It's kind of crappy that it got delayed for the actual streaming part for the Xbox, especially for how fast it is to stream from the PlayStation 4. It's literally hit share,
And
go to
stream.
broadcast, X. You're going to quit it, hold that PlayStation button, X. It's gone.
Hold. Just tap it. No holding involved here.
Oh, if you hold it, it brings you to the quick menu with stop at the top. You just that's
Also,
it.
if you tap it.
Also, if you tap it. Oh, so okay, cool then. Cool. Yeah. So that's kind of neat. Except for the Xbox One does not have HDCP, so we build the stream from launch. Anybody will be able to do it, so that's not too bad anyway. Apparently, Steam
8
had
a.m. tomorrow.
yeah. Apparently, Steam had some interesting stuff that they put out. I didn't actually read it, but they're getting some information on home streaming to allow you to have your
That's
Steam
like
box
sharing a PC
to a TV, but you'll have a controller into you. It'll connect to a PC. It's kind of like, imagine a remote play on the Vita, except for the Vita is your TV.
Yeah.
And your TV is playing your PC.
I have a Vita the size of a TV. My God.
I'm actually currently building a second PC specifically for this, so I can have it in one of my other rooms.
They're pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
As someone says, Half-Life
Good
3
idea.
confirmed.
Pardon me?
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yeah.
Because you have a TV, you have the Steam box, and you have the PC.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
There's some weird shit going on with the Xbox One saying that it will not support surround sound 5.1 Dolby Digital at launch.
What?
What?
That's weird.
Oh, from your satellite or cable box. That's what I thought I read. So
Oh,
anything coming in,
okay,
it won't have
Jesus.
HD sound. However, it says that it won't have 5.1 processing, but it's going to be a pass-through. So apparently, if it's going in, but then pooping out to your sound system, and that understands it, then it'll come out 5.1. Or if it's coming out optical into like a pair of Astro A40s or Astro 50s or like Turtle Beaches somethings, and some or like Razer something that has like a little box that like has the compression or whatever the fuck in it, it'll work fine. So it's just that the Xbox itself won't be able to process it or something. Seems weird.
That's really
That
weird.
kind of sucks, but I don't know too many people who watch cable in 5.1 or
Yeah,
just cable.
no,
so
most stuff
it's-
doesn't
yeah.
have any. Yeah.
unless you have like I guess like HBO crazy movie stuff or like your pay-per-viewing through it maybe. But that's not a huge thing to. I thought it was actually HDMI coming out. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why, but it said I'm gonna read better next
Kind
time.
of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, the Call of Duty patch, I want to talk about 4 of them. Something that came out this week also is that Spelunky on the PS3 and Vita will have daily challenges that were present in the PC version of Spelunky. So every day, you'll get a one try run to get as much money as you can before you die. And you'll go on a leaderboard.
You know what's really broken about that though?
What's up?
What?
So I tried it today.
Mhm.
With the what do you call it?
Yeah.
With daily challenges in Spelunky.
Okay.
So I tried it today, and if your Vita drops that connection,
Yeah?
you'll think that it'll let you keep playing, but then as soon as you die or succeed,
Yeah?
it'll just kick you back to the main menu and it won't save anything.
Oh, God. that sucks.
And that's true of even if you pause out of the menu. You know how your network dies for a second
yeah.
Yeah.
in game? The same thing happens where
So you
it'll let
have
you stay
to-
in the game, but then but you would just miss out on that daily challenge. So if you pause
so
it
it
for
counts as
any
if you
reason
did it.
whatsoever, yeah,
Oh wow, that's brutal.
and then you can't go back in.
That's
That
brutal.
sucks.
That's brutal. So there's that at least that's out now.
It's probably all right on PS3.
Probably because there's less chance of it
Yeah.
dropping and
Yeah.
backing out and all that stuff. Yeah. But on the
Yeah,
Vita, it's
exactly.
Okay. As well as Plants vs Zombie Garden Warfare, they put out a 9-minute trailer with commentary that was them talking about the different classes and such. That game pretty much seems like Team Fortress with Plants vs Zombie stuff. There's like a medic dude, there's like a grenadier guy with two, and like a turret dude who plants stuff. It's like a tank guy which has like a huge minigun. It's pretty much all the TF2 classes versus each other except for one's zombie, one's plant. But what the stupid thing that I enjoyed is that you can customize your the look of let's say if you're like a zombie, or okay, let's say you're a plant and you're the cactus guy, sniper.
Yeah.
So you're shooting cactus stuff. You can put like ice cream cones in your hands. And then suddenly you have cold shots. So now when you hit somebody, they have a chance to freeze them and they'll move slower. Maybe you'll do a little bit more less damage. Or you can like put like a little frozen toupee on your head, which are also doing ice damage. But there's different ways to like tweak your attacks depending on what costumes and weird stuff you have on, apparently. And like your loadouts like tweak it. So I find that kind of awesome because it's almost embracing the TF2 thing where like there's different types of like the snipers, there's different types of like the grenades, there's different types of whatever. But you also get like the hats and the customization to make your dude look like what you want him to do.
That's pretty cool, actually.
But the combat actually looks pretty fun, and it looked pretty fun. It looks pretty sweet, and it's apparently coming out February. I want to fuck this up. February 14th, I think, on the Xbox One, and I guess 360. I don't know when the PS4 version is coming out. I kind of want to get it if it's not a full price game on Xbox One, and then maybe again on PS4.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, you gotta love the plants, and then you gotta love the zombies, and you gotta oh fuck. Yeah. Oh, we forgot to talk. We played Playroom. Playroom was really dumb, really fun. The camera works
How was
okay.
that, by the way?
It's really dumb and really fun. I got to lick a
Can
robot.
you play it without the camera?
No, you need a camera.
Okay.
I got to lick a robot and it lit my hair on fire.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. And Dan is shooting robots into my face. Also, he popped a cork on something that then refused to spray it in my face. Check out the clips on YouTube. Yeah. Anyways, that's
Or
it for
Twitch.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Twitch. That's it for pretty much news. It was some other stuff might have happened this week, but I kind of did a bad job at following most of it.
Forgive us if we missed anything about
Yeah.
PS4.
consoles because
PS4.
it's kind of been overwhelming.
Yeah,
PS4.
it's,
Oh, Assassin's Creed 4 on PS4 did get a patch to bump up the resolution to 1080p.
cool.
Digital Foundry from Eurogamer did a like frame per second thing, like at the 900p, which was before, to 1080p, and they did it for the first hour of the game, and they kept skipping through the clip to kind of show the frame rate. They're like, it's the first game we've done where it's just you look at it and it's like the 30 frames per second line because the game's locked to 30. It never dips. It never goes over. It's just 30 for the fucking hour. It's not an hour long video, but they skip through it and they're like, it never fucking moved. It's just 30 in both 900p and 1080p, and it's just
Wow.
like,
Sweet.
all right, Ubisoft.
Way to lock that in.
So I'm so used to like the
Does
PC
it look
version
any
being like
different,
just.
though, or?
It looks a bit clearer, a bit more crisp on like
Okay.
the edges and like some shadows.
Well, I
and
guess
stuff.
naturally, right? Because
Yeah.
because of the resolution. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
in terms of like they didn't change anything else, right?
Yeah.
Visually, it still
Still
maintains
really,
the same
yeah,
sort of
still
look.
really good. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
But it's cool because I'm used to
I
the
haven't even
PC.
tried it yet.
Oh, it's really good. But I'm used to the PC version where like it would just like shoot up in frame rate and like shoot down and just have like crappy frame rates for a lot of time. But playing on a PS4, which is like 30 frames, whatever, it's not going to move. It's not going to go lower. It's not going to go higher. It's just going to be 30, and it's going to be good. That makes me really happy. Makes me proud.
Yeah.
To, it makes me happy with my choice instead of
Game does look good.
the game does look good too. It's locked down. So that's it for news.
Wow.
Moving on to releases.
What exciting weeks, days do
after-
we have coming up here?
All the craziness coming out this week with all the Xbox One and Super Mario and Tearaway came out this week. Next week, we've got great games such as Ys, Memories of Calcutta.
This is actually a very popular JRPG
Yeah.
series.
Actually, oh, it's on the Vita, actually.
Oh, wow.
That's neat. Okay, cool. We got Tiny
Is
Brains.
that a
which I think-
JRPG?
Yep.
Yeah. We got Tiny Brains, which is a PS4 title, which is going to
What
be a
is
PSN. It's a PSN title. I don't actually remember what it is, but
Click on it.
click
What
on
is it?
All right, it is a something. It is a cooperative puzzle game that sees 4 players controlling mutated lab rodents with tiny but exceptional brains as they make their way through a series of challenges. Each rodent has its own unique ability, so all 4 will have to work together to solve each puzzle. Players must work together using complementary physics-based abilities to tackle the test of a nefarious mad scientist.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah,
That's really
actually.
I thought it was gonna
Does.
be like a fucking brain training game or some shit. Be like every new console gets this now.
Yeah. So we also have Metal Gear Solid VR missions for the PS1, which is going to be a PSN PS3 title, not available on PS4.
Well, no, PS4 is PS4 games.
Yeah,
That's
there's
it
no
right
PS1,
now.
there's no PS3, all that stuff. Flow and Escape Plan are also coming out on the PS4 and Vita.
Cool.
Flow already on the Vita?
No.
Okay, so it's coming out for the Vita and
Escape Plan
PS4,
was.
and the Escape Plan if you.
I'm gonna pick up Flower and Flow.
So Flower is already
I
free.
actually have all these games. I wonder if they're all like is Escape Plan cross-buy? I know the rest are.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
cross
Well, there you go.
Escape Plan, Flow, Flower, they're all cross
Maybe I'll
buy and
actually
sound
play
shapes.
Escape Plan if it's like controller controls instead of weird
Yeah.
touch stuff.
There's some weird touch stuff, but it is mostly a cursor that you go on the screen and
Oh,
touch. So
that's-
it's apparently better than the touch because anyway, try it.
Forget it.
Because you don't have to squeeze as much. Anyways, Escape Plan and Flow, if you had them on the Vita or the PS3, you just get them for free on the PS4.
Downloaded Flower and Sound Shapes.
Cool.
Sound Shapes to get a bunch of trophies when I boot it up and then delete it because I've already played that game a lot.
Yeah.
And then Flower because it looks pretty.
Flower actually looks pretty good on the PS4. It just looks like way clearer, but it's Flower.
I'm excited about that game that's coming out first thing on that next week after there. That's pretty rad.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. We have Painkiller also coming out on the PSN, and that's pretty much it. We got a slow week after 2 weeks of crazy console launches and insane shit.
Looking at upcoming releases makes me realize that all the like big like holiday gaming schedule has all been packed into these last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because
There's nothing.
why wait?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing really coming out on it.
There's a few little digital releases, but other than that,
Everything
your big
big.
retail games, buy them this week because there's nothing else for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Is there? Scroll down.
No, there's fucking jack shit for the rest of the
nothing.
year.
So that's it for game releases. Moving on to comments on the YouTube channel on
Refresh it.
last week's
Refresh it.
podcast. I'm going to refresh it. If you guys have any questions in the chat as well, let them be heard now because we'll be reading them in a little bit. We have Aussie Knight saying, I love these podcasts. Keep it up, fellas. And he got two likes. No problem. We'll do it.
Okay,
Awesome.
deal.
Good.
Madfire Matt says, love the podcast. Keep making great videos.
Okay, deal.
Also
Sure.
2 likes.
Good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm liking these. Okay, sweet. All right. Oliver Silver says, great podcast, guys. Keep them up.
All right.
Great,
Sweet.
good to go.
Will
Good.
do.
Ooh, these are good
Awesome.
comments. We got Bronwood saying, great podcast again, guys. My question for you is, could you pick a game from the generations of games of 4 PS2 and Xbox to be remade, remastered, and brought up to current gen specs onto the current on the current new generation PS4, Xbox One? What game would it be?
Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. Okay.
Shit, that was quick.
I actually knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron. That's the
Trying to
answer.
What did you
That's
say?
the answer.
Trying to think of something that like I played a lot.
Would
of back in
Kumar
the
have said
day.
Killer Instinct? Because that's been done.
That's one of them. I think another one would be, what do you call it? How do I, as if I am drawing a blank 2 seconds into...
Oh, is it Star Wars Rogue Squadron?
No.
I would.
Um,
There was a
why do I
Kirby.
forget?
There was a Kirby game on the Super Nintendo. That.
I was gonna say Perfect Dark and Goldeneye.
Yeah, GoldenEye would be good.
They did those. Didn't go so hot.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
Kirby game on the Super Nintendo that I played a lot as a kid that I rented from a video store back in the day when you could rent like games. And
What?
okay.
The fuck is that, Devin?
But I mean like the renting process was you go grab the actual game in the plastic case
Yeah.
and you'd fill out your name on like the recipe card and hand the card to the dude and I'd put my pocket change on the counter
Or
and I'd
you-
have it for the weekend.
Or you'd go there and be like, oh, I want this game. Oh, it's taken. What is this piece of garbage? All right, let's take this. And
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Go home like,
Gotta
what
rent
the
a game this weekend.
Yeah, I got mom says I can rent one game. Better make it fucking worth it. Like, you know, I can't remember the name of the Kirby game though, but it's the only one on the Super Nintendo. And the reason why I really liked it was because me and my brother always played at the same time. But what you could do is if you're a Kirby, you could suck in like a power up, and instead of using the power up, you could
You
just hit.
make it the second dude.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would always be like that second dude, and there was always the Meta Knights were my favorite character to play as. So you just suck one in, and I play as a Meta Knight for the rest of it. It's fucking great. It was an awesome game. But I remember looking up like 3 or 4 weeks ago how much that game was. I can't remember the name of it right now, but they now sell for like $150.
I guess it's not.
A lot
one
of those
ones
classic
that's on
cartridges
the
are really
Virtual
hard to find.
Console then.
No, it's not on the Virtual Console. I just
Um,
it's fucking killing me because I would love to have that in my collection.
For some reason, I'm trying to think of stuff, but I can't think of anything on like N64 or Super Nintendo that I like to bring back. But on the Dreamcast, like I'd hate to be a kind of cheesy dude, but I know a lot of people have mentioned, like I know when we were playing Valkyria Chronicles, a lot of people mentioned Skies of Arcadia, and I wish I could play that one again. But then again, it's a JRPG, so I don't know if I'd actually end up playing much of it, because I'd probably die out halfway through again. But there was a game that came out, it was on the N64 as well, actually, called Rush 2047, where it was like a racing game. You could hit a button, and then like wings would come out of your car, and you'd flip and do tricks. There was a car that came out, there's a game that came out recently that did the same thing, but it was like in like Tron or something
Rogue
weird.
Squadron's better.
Anyways, I would like to play that again. It was Rush 2047, I think it was called, which was I would love to see.
You know what's
like,
kind of hard about these classic games though?
Yeah.
Is that part of why a lot of them were fun is because of the art style, the
Yeah.
control scheme.
Yeah.
I would
I
like
feel like their integrity kind of goes out the window if you
change.
change all that.
Yeah,
That's part
No,
of what
Rogue
made them
Squadron.
fun, and even that's why they're playable even today.
Yeah.
I would like to
All my
play.
Rogue Squadrons are here. We should play Rogue Squadron on cast right now.
I
Fuck the Xbox
I
One.
want Need for Speed Rivals, the final car, to go so fast that it lifts off, and then I can do flips like in Rush 2047.
Twisted Metal, not the shitty remake that was done though.
Apparently, that wasn't actually a shitty remake. It was just
I heard people really liked
too
it.
Twisted Metal for people who weren't into Twisted Metal.
Really, I
Yeah.
played a lot of Twisted Metal. Like
You should
back
try
in
the new
day.
one. It might actually be good. You'd be like, oh, they made a good one.
Riccio, we were talking about this earlier. Fucking Lego Racers.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, Lego Racers
or
are good.
Pod Racers. I really want a fucking Pod Racers.
I'll play that.
There was a PC game
Great
that was really well done.
fucking game.
Oh, San Francisco Rush. That was another one as well.
Especially when your fucking pod got separated and like you had that one that just like spun out and you're like, it's fucking great.
That was your favorite part, Zombie?
If we're good,
Yeah, no, like-
if we're doing Star Wars stuff, Rogue Squadron.
I guess.
I'm gonna get shanked in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
you're dead now.
I wanted that sound.
You
you
sealed
you
your
can hear
fate.
me making the joke of, but like shivering or like just like.
The
He's
second
gonna
these
shit on your
cameras go
face.
off, so there isn't like 30 witnesses right now. He's dead.
Great, great.
I see nothing.
Yeah, I was with Devin in the car on the way home this whole time.
Not covered in blood.
Um,
My shirt's red.
Kumar,
I have to
did you
plan for
say
these
what
things.
you would like to see? You said Perfect Dark and GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Well, I said, yeah, that stuff. There's a ton of stuff on the Super Nintendo I would have loved, but even then, like I said, I kind of still enjoy those
Yeah.
every so often.
So
So I don't really even want to see them remade.
I know we don't normally talk a lot about the Giant Bombcast.
Yeah.
On
we
this
do. We bring it up.
podcast?
We bring it up, but yeah.
Well, we bring it up, but we don't talk in depth about specific parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kumar, you really like Killer Instinct, right?
Oh God. Don't.
Well, I did in the day. I mean, it's
Don't.
not my thing anymore, but I mean, that was my first Nintendo 64 game,
Have
and it was one of my first. Sorry, not one of my first Super Nintendo games. It was one of my favorite Super Nintendo games as well.
have you listened to the Bombcast this week?
No, I haven't.
They shit all over it.
Really?
like
Oh yeah, it looks like I don't blame them either.
profusely
It looks like
shit
garbage
on
in my
it.
opinion.
Like
I'm gonna probably drop $40 on it tomorrow.
you're fucking so
20,
dumb.
Riccio.
40.
20.
It'll come with the original Killer Instinct.
There's a
20.
$39 one too.
Yeah. That's the 39. That's the $40 one that I want to get.
20.
Let's just
Kumar has the original Killer Instinct.
But I don't get the costumes
Play on the N64.
and the accessories.
The original one's on the Super Nintendo. Actually, the original one is arcade.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
Tomorrow I'm
And
gonna
then
play a
it
little
came to
bit
Super Nintendo.
before I make any purchases, though. I'm
Alright.
gonna try Yago.
let's roll into Andrew Davison so we don't have to get into a terrible fist fight.
All right. He says, "Lagom cast, everyone."
Legom. Cast.
I was wondering
everyone.
with an ally near Washington, Illinois, after the hurricane came whooshing by, I came to think, with it obviously going to be a while before we become a stage 1 civilization by universal scale, a civilization can control the weather of a planet and its core. What disaster has the highest potential of causing a huge reverse in technology and standards of living? Try to think of something that wouldn't entirely destroy civilization, like a set of super volcanoes going off, or a meteoroid hitting the right place in the ocean. What would be one that could be totally non-reversible to one part of the planet?
Okay, so
This is a very, very simple
This-
solution. You know what the solution is? Is
What?
that if everyone goes crazy and starts
Cranked.
nuking each other, we're done.
okay, Kumar, I actually read a really great tell-all book that I'll find the name and send it to you, and it's talking about
Okay.
all of the different nuclear potential catastrophes that could have happened during the Cold War and like when the nuclear bomb was discovered and up. And
Yeah.
I'm fucking terrified for whatever nuclear holocaust is coming down the road for us because that shit is fucked. And
Have you
reading this book has made me scared, and like I wish I lived in a city with a subway system so I could go metro all on your asses and save bullets for
Have you
currency.
guys seen that website?
Which one?
The one that shows you blast radiuses of different
Oh
bombs?
yeah.
And you can just like Google Maps and put it anywhere and be like,
No, but
okay,
like-
yeah, so I'd be dead if they jumped in on Parliament.
There was a there's a nuclear missile.
You haven't seen that site, Kumar?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds so morbid.
Okay,
Talking about
so
it.
there was a nuclear missile that was developed by the United States that was made in the 1960s and was toted in 1970s during the Cold War as not a like nuclear bomb, but as a city killer is what it was classified as.
Okay.
It had its own rank, and it was something that was like
Okay.
some obscene number higher than the both atomic bombs as well as all the artillery fired in World War II. And it was like
When you say
200.
numbers, do you mean casualty rate? Or?
No, but like the explosion radius, it was like 200 times
okay,
larger
okay.
than all of that combined. And it was the way that they described it was sitting on top of a bottle rocket inside a tin can. And there were 3 times recorded in history that have been released to the public that rocket tipped over and the primer was ignited. So there
Oh
were
my God.
3 times in the past that rocket tipped over in its silo and it nearly fucking blew up.
Yeah.
And if they had a shot it at like Cuba would not exist. The whole like country of Cuba would be gone. The whole like
Dumb.
they were aiming it at like Russia and like using it as a deterrent with quotations. They could have ended Russia with 2 of these or 3 of these missiles.
Jesus.
And
That's awful.
they had in the 70s they had like I think it was something obscene like 120 of them.
Jeez.
Damn.
How do they dispose of them?
They're dismantled and then the cores are taken out and then
They shoot them at Mars.
Yeah.
That's why there's no life
They
on
shoot
Mars.
them at Mars.
Actually, there was talk of, yet again in this book I was reading, there was talk of using these nuclear missiles to remove asteroids out of space. And one physicist did the calculation that if it went off trajectory and accidentally hit like the moon or something, that we could actually blow up our moon with like one of these.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
It's horrifying.
I would say the thing
I
that
love how
would,
all this shit is like had in like really casual conversations too. It's so twisted.
Oh, it's honestly fucked. Like, it's ridiculous.
I would say the thing that would fuck us all up would be nanomachines that eat metal, and then once there's no more metal, they eat themselves.
I'm pretty fucked
So
too.
it fucked all the technology. Hey,
Did
look,
you
I
hear-
made this thing. Where'd it go? Oh no, my TVs are melting, and then just it's over.
Yeah,
They just
well,
multiply and eat
did
each
you-
other.
Yeah,
You can't catch them. They
have you-
self-replicate. Yeah.
If you've heard of the Grey Goo issue, that's the theory that if nanomachines that are self-replicating were to be released upon the planet, that within a matter of like within a month, the whole planet would be like all of the if it was just metal, that all the metal on the planet would be eaten.
No.
It's the Grey Goo is the theory of that.
It's crazy.
That would be terrible.
Nether
Yet
made
again,
you
I
read
went through this
didn't-
really
didn't it?
fucking weird phase of like
Nether brought this on.
No,
didn't
it was Stalker and Metro when I first
Okay.
got into those. That this like really weird phase of like, hey, the world's gonna end. What can I do to be prepared for this? And I found out that the best method is a 9mm handgun to yourself. Not
I bought Stalker, and the girls never came. It's not.
You're
the
dumb.
game- It's not the game I was looking for. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what other crazy shit that would be able to fuck things up and not cause enough damage to kill mostly everybody.
but like, a nuclear explosion comes with not only initial blast, not only the radiation, nuclear winter,
That's what I
nuclear
mean.
nuclear
fallout.
summer.
The chance of us being able to still work properly if everything in the world was nuked,
Like,
probably not high. Unless
Like-
it's not humans anymore. We're just things with.
Well, the radiation
Things.
alone would kill all of our vegetation. It
Yep.
would ruin our entire ecosystem.
So I don't
would be
think
Yep.
nukes would do
done.
like
it. It would have to be a
We're,
super.
we're doing it
volcano-
ourselves. But
But it would have to be like a super volcano that just erupts, and then as it's exploding, it waits till there's 2 people, and then it goes, and then it just like reforms itself and back into the earth. So it kills everybody but 2 people, and they have no idea what the fuck's going on, and they
So
have to.
a literal act of God.
But no, it's an active volcano.
continue on, Riccio.
Anyways, he says, if you remember, what was your favorite childhood toy when you were a child? Why do you think this was? Simon motherfucking says. Boop, 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 boop.
I think my favorite toys were probably always Lego.
Yeah, I was just about to say Lego.
Lego was the
everything.
shit.
Star
Yeah.
Wars Lego, man.
I like that stupid.
I
little
have
Simon
so
Says.
much Lego. I have those big, large like Rubbermaid bins.
Yeah,
I have 3 of those filled with Lego.
I used to have a PlayStation.
A lot of
thing like
Lego.
that.
Shit.
Yeah,
Like I'm not talking like those ones. I'm talking like the big fucking tubs.
Ain't shit.
Fuck, man. What do you got?
Dan's
Like,
house was Lego, bro.
We should pool our Lego resources.
You don't I don't need yours. It's a spec.
Gee.
What the fuck, man?
Like 8, 9, 10 of those things. Just mine, not my brother's included.
Jesus.
I still have a lot of assembled sets sitting like carefully in bins as to not totally fall apart.
Did you ever think about like gluing them?
No.
I have friends who have like
I was young.
yeah. I have friends who have like perfectly glued Lego sets.
That'd be a good idea. I've got a big Star Destroyer. It's like
Yeah,
this big.
that's one of my buddies has that
The Millennium
hanging.
Falcon.
He has it hanging in his office, but what he did was he drilled a hole through it and mounted a steel tube, and it sits
Yeah.
on this like little steel plate.
Yo, volcanoes are
AT-AT.
terrifying.
I like everything.
Yep.
So it's mostly Star Wars, but I've got a bunch of other like random Lego too.
He got the
Are you looking up
Fort
volcanoes, Richard?
Legoretto.
Somebody linked me volcano stuff, and I was terrified.
I just
Yep.
blew some people's minds right there. Fort Legoretto.
what else you got?
Devin Stargazing, NGC. Oh wait, no, Kumar, what's your childhood toy?
He said Lego.
He said Lego.
We also Lego.
We're
Just
all
Lego.
agreeing on Lego,
Yeah,
except
I'd say
for
Lego, and then I
Simon.
had a bunch of action figures that I really liked.
Simon Says.
I got really hardcore into Beasties.
Beasties were amazing.
I actually
It's
still
not dirty, Riccio.
I have
I
my
don't-
full
I don't
collection
have
of
much.
Beasties still. Actually, I played the Beasties video game. That's how hardcore I was into that.
Yeah, so did I. It was on the Super Nintendo.
I fucking Windows
unless you played a
95,
different one.
motherfucker.
Okay,
PC
even better.
gaming.
He also asked why do we think that's our favorite toy. I think I liked the sound, and I liked.
I really like the
You got
TV.
to
sound.
build Legos.
Yeah, I played Legos too a lot, but I remember always being really happy every time I found.
Did you
Simon
ever
Says.
have the parent who tried to buy you Mega Blocks?
No.
My dad made the mistake
No, Rick,
one
no.
year for one of my birthdays. My mother clearly told
And
him
you
to
sat
buy
on his
me
face?
Legos, and I distinctly remember this. Dad came home, got me to open this present, and it was fucking Mega Blocks, and I fucking lost it. What kid likes Mega Blocks?
Mega Blocks are garbage.
No kid likes Mega Blocks.
You just said something. You just you said
They don't
Dad,
stay together.
You said Dad came home and he brought fucking Mega Blocks. You know what's weird is I feel like back then you would have been like, no Mega Blocks, but I feel like nowadays if a kid doesn't get something, they'd be like
No, it's
fucking
not that
Mega,
bad.
like they'd start swearing and be like, oh god, why are you?
I'm gonna go play Call of Duty.
Fuck Lego.
Last year's, because you didn't get me this year's like I
You're not
wanted.
supposed to swear yet. Don't swear.
That'd be
yet.
awful.
So I don't know. We're probably not helping, but
No.
Well, we're being more polite than those kids would be.
Yeah,
They
that is
have
true.
no social
Mostly.
boundaries.
not all. Some of them. Everybody-
No,
The ones that are running
No.
off to play Call of Duty.
You
have no social boundaries.
pretty okay. Pretty okay. Pretty okay.
I just realized that it sounded
This
like
is
you
true.
when you said you and then no social boundaries. I think you guys have social boundaries.
Anyway. Devin
This
Stargazing.
chat would be a lot more foul if they didn't.
Yep.
Dongers. Devin Stargazing, NGC6670, aka the Leaping Dolphin, or these two galaxies will collapse into awesomeness anytime now. You should check out the NGC6670.
I really like how he finds the shit for me. This stuff's so fucking sweet.
He said anytime, he put a little asterisk next to it, and he says universal timescale,
NG.
anytime in the next 20 million years, maybe, for a good crash.
Cool.
And that's it for comments there. Looking at the chat, I know there's some good questions there that I totally missed. You guys are all talking about my hair for some reason. If you were stuck playing one game for the rest of your life, what game would it not be? I want to
Game
be
would
the
would
guy,
it not be?
I want to be the guy, or I want to be the Boshi. Because it won't last long.
Did you say that just a rhyme? I don't understand.
No, it's two different games. One's a hack of the other. is
Assassin's Creed 3.
Ooh.
So much wasted
Dan
potential.
hates that game.
It could have been so good. It could have been Black Flag.
Oh, also,
Warface.
just a quick little side note here, guys.
No, Warfighter. Is it Warface or Warfighter? Whatever the fuck that stupid Medal of Honor game is.
Warfighter, I guess.
Fuck that game.
Hey,
I
guys.
can't believe you made me buy that.
Hey, it was I was
guys.
hype. Yeah, Kumar.
Fucking
So
shit on his
yeah,
face.
Resogun platinumed.
Fine.
All right, Kumar.
I'll take the $5.
Kumar, do you want me to be your proxy for this?
No, I'm gonna give it straight to Kumar.
What?
What the fuck?
Do you want me to
Oh,
slap?
to punch Riccio?
Yeah.
Hey, I will fist your face.
Oh, shit on your face.
I will fist through your shit in your
I
face.
will shit so it covers your whole arm and your body.
Riccio, are you getting Zoo Tycoon for Xbox One to cast? I was thinking about it. I probably won't. I've heard some weird stuff about it.
You're gonna
and
see one good review and be like, fuck it.
Polygon give it a good thing, and then I looked at GameSpot's and IGN's like things they were talking about, and the videos they had up. And when I finally saw the gameplay, I was getting it because it seemed like it was a lot like Viva Pinata. But the more I looked into it, the more it's more like a tycoon game, and I don't think that's what I want. Because it's a lot of like micromanagement and menus and stuff, and I don't think it's what I would want to do on a console. I don't think
That's true. They
Yeah.
could probably get that on PC.
Did you play any of the other Tycoon games?
Just roller coaster tycoon games.
I always dug
Did you
that
like it?
pit
I really liked them. Yeah.
in Roller Coaster
cool.
Tycoon for that guy who didn't like my part. I used to put him in the pit, and the bathroom cost $500, and food was like $500, and the guy just got more and more angry, and I put all the angry people there, and then I just fucking filled the pit in.
But
Don't come to my park.
yeah, also the people who make
Unless you love it.
but
But like people were really happy. All the food was super cheap, except for that one dude who's like, I don't like this. The lines are too long. You fucking pick them up, throw them in the pit.
$500
What line now,
shitter.
motherfucker?
But yeah, no, also Zoo Tycoon is made by the people who made Connectimals, and a lot of the fun stuff in Zoo Tycoon is like looking at the animals and all that stuff, which is something I won't probably end up doing because
Pet the tiger.
if they put another Viva
Pet the
Pinata,
tiger.
yeah, if they put another Viva Pinata out, then I'd definitely buy that shit day one. But I think I'm gonna pass on Zoo Tycoon. I think I'm gonna maybe buy some characters for Killer Instinct and possibly get Crimson Dragon with the new patch that's coming out to fix a bit of the weird balance and experience in free to play stuff. So I'll check that out. It's only $20. But yeah, I think that's it for questions.
Shall I wrap it up?
Yeah, wrap it up, Devin.
So if you guys are listening to us on iTunes, make sure you come over to the YouTube and check out some of our other stuff. If you guys are free during the day on Eastern times, Riccio normally starts streaming at whatever time he starts streaming at. I have no idea. So fucking fill in here, Riccio.
Doesn't
For
tell
normal
people
cast?
anything.
For a normal cast.
I normally start at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Riccio normally starts at 10 a.m. on twitch.tv/Riccio. That's RICCIO.
Unless it's on Saturdays or Sundays, in which case I start early afternoon and go till late.
So if you guys want to come see some sweet PS4 or Xbox One footage,
Tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
he will be unboxing the Xbox One. As well as if you guys have comments for us which you would like to read out on the podcast or anything on your mind, make sure you just leave a comment on this one that you are listening to right now on YouTube. We will read them out for you. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. I have been Sompy.
I have been Riccio, and it costs millions of dollars to touch my hair.
I've been Dan.
For free.
And I'm Kumar.
Make sure you don't go shitting.
On people's faces. Take care, you guys.
Take care, guys.